we don't even see new 4-stars
All right.
in
Surely they
Arctics that
can't make me
often.
go 2 patches without a 4-star, right?
We only get them in main story updates, and we get a red cert 4-star once a year.
Yo, okay, well, that's still a 4-star.
Let me get
4-star is 4-star.
I reckon we're probably going to see the next 5-star in 1.4.
I see.
Okay. Hold on. Before I go into that, let me go ahead and hit the intro so I can have a good start point here.
Alright.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to MSR. I am Automaton, and joining me today are my co-hosts, Ryan and Verna. How are you guys this morning?
Greetings and salutations.
Hello, I'm doing good. How about yourself, Zero?
Exhausted. But we are here for a good reason. Today is the developer preview for 1.2 of Arknight's Endfield. So yes, we're going to finally discover At the Wake of Spring together as a group with everybody watching. Normally I'd wait to do an intro till yep. There we go. Had a video loaded, I guess. Normally I'd wait to do an intro till like everybody's, online, but we're going to go ahead and just do that because I get the feeling we're going to talk about quite a bit here. So, in terms of 5-stars, I think we're going to see a new 5-star this patch. I've been maintaining that. I still think Lee is going to be.
If we had a 5-star
5-star
last patch, I would agree, but we did not get a 5-star last patch.
I mean, that's true, but last patch was also kind of a filler patch. The Tong Tong story was very relevant. The Rossi story, cute, was kind of just, let's coast a little bit.
Story didn't really do much.
Yeah. So
other than maybe reveal that the Endmen built Brickney Town.
Yeah,
possibly.
Well, and then really, if you look at the whole as in terms of Tong Tong's story, there was not a ton added there either because it was kind of self-contained. It sort of solved itself by the end. The only exception to that is it really just built up Tong Tong is what I'm getting at. They did push Ardashir forward a little bit towards the end of it. And you kind of get to see. I think through Tong Tong's story, they made Ardashir a lot more relatable. I think it's the word I'm looking for.
They did.
Because he's hesitant. He's like, "Hey man, are you sure you want to do this?" Like, he's constantly questioning. He's like, "Do we really have to be enemies? I guess we have to be on opposite sides." He's very conflicted by the fact that he's having to stand off against the Endmen. He seems to be someone who genuinely cares about the Endmen. So,
on that front, I'm thinking that he is actually also working towards the 0th directive, but just the Endman that knows exactly what the heck he's doing for it isn't around now.
Yeah. Or, in the case of my theory, is around now, and we just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, the multiple Endman theory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so far we don't have any context of whether or not multiple Endmans can be reconvened, or if you even actually have to be dead to be reconvened, because you're just being saved to Originium at all times if you have Ripathy. So.
I mean, the Sarkaz are long-lived species. We know W's allegedly, Weasadel is still allegedly alive.
We theorize she is.
In theory.
Yeah.
And there's if W and Weasadel is still around, then there's really not a reason that Surtur wouldn't be, theoretically.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it all lends credence to it. So, I don't know. I'd really like to see some type of crossover of sorts, where somebody from Terra reacts to a reconvener existing.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna see that.
Warfarin would probably be the best bet if we see Warfarin come into the story.
As far as we understand about reconveners so far, Warframe didn't learn about this process until after the Cosmic Gate incident.
Yeah, there was a single reconvener who came suddenly and unexpectedly.
We don't know anything about that one yet.
Yeah, that's the other thing, is who was the original, you know? That's the other thing I'm really curious about. What was your take on 1.1? Did you enjoy 1.1, Werner?
Oh yeah, I enjoyed 1.1. I think so far, the story presented, especially regarding all the conflicts that we got to see that actually were presented now clearly to the viewer as built up hatred between Wu Ling and the Stockade. We finally got to get a full explanation, a full story, the full history of it essentially, and quite frankly, it set up, I think, probably a very interesting way forward for Wu Ling, because since now we know that Wu Ling and the Stockade are not exactly hostile towards each other anymore, this could definitely set up a interesting storyline for the future of the Wu Ling area in general.
Well, actually, you make a very good point. I didn't even consider that aspect of it, but you're right. Actually, it did resolve quite a bit in terms of the relationship between Wu Ling and the Stockade too.
Yeah. Part of Tongtong's extra little narrative quest for the second half definitely was about her trying to make sure things stay good between Qingbo Stockade and Wu Ling City, and then even actually entering diplomatic talks as a respected leader of a population with Chuang Fengyi.
Yep.
Also, I guess I just thought about it. I guess Rossi's narrative quest wasn't that empty of information. It did reveal the name of a new pact member known as Grandpa Rosa.
It did. Mm-hmm.
Not much to say about that yet, but that's the guy who raised Rossi.
Any theories on maybe who it could be? Whether it's somebody we know?
I don't think it's anybody we know.
I haven't connected any dots. I don't have any theories at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think it's probably anybody we know, but I was just curious if you guys had any thoughts on whether it could be somebody that maybe has been mentioned before or existed elsewhere.
No, I've seen no mention of this Rosa character before Rossi's narrative event.
Yeah, this was the first time they were mentioned, so even during Wolfguard's operator story, we didn't get the mention of that name. So
see, I'm kind of interested in things to do with the pack, because I'm curious.
It's a little disappointing that we didn't hear anything new about the quote unquote new pack with the Alfarion.
Yeah.
I'm also curious to see if the Siracusa end up making an appearance on Terra, or off Terra on Talos 2. So
you mean the Senor de Lupi?
Yeah. I mean, it's not impossible, right? If regular citizens of Terra are able to traverse to Talos 2 through the now broken gate, there's no reason to believe that Beast Lords shouldn't be able to do the same, right?
And we know Mr. Dolly came over. We know several Faramut have come over.
Exactly.
Well, I'm actually curious about it. You say we know that Mr. Dolly came over. Was there lore that I assume there was a lore page, probably related to Ardelia, that mentioned that Mr. Dolly came over, right? Or are we just assuming because Ardelia has Mr. Dolly that Mr. Dolly came over?
It's because she has Mr. Dolly. Beast Lords can't get Eripathy, so Mr. Dolly's not a reconvener itself. So, Mr. Dolly, I haven't been able to go through her files just yet, but Mr. Dolly had to have come over and found the reconvener of AF Yala and be like, hey, I need to stick with you again.
That would almost make it sound like, Fiala actually has to be dead at that point because he wouldn't just abandon
Yeah, I
her.
would think so. At least for Fiala's case, I definitely think so. She's very close to being dead already in the Archives timeline.
Yeah, I mean, her eyes were gone, her hearing was going, all of her senses were dying out.
Yeah, and I mean, realistically, I don't believe Cabernet are, known to be extremely long-lived. Like compared to like Sarkaz, for example. So I think regardless of whether she had Eripathy or not, I think there definitely was a high enough chance that she would definitely be gone by the time Enfield started. So.
Speaking of starting, we got 50 seconds.
Yep.
You guys hype? Any last minute predictions?
I wasn't able to sleep.
All right, I'm gonna reiterate my points. Fang Yi is gonna be the featured. We're getting Lee, the bird girl, as a 5-star, and Mifu will be second portion.
I'm thinking
prediction.
we're only getting 2 6-stars. It's going to be Li Qiyan for the first one, and it's going to be Mifu for the second one.
I haven't really formed my own thoughts. All I know is that we are getting, the new Liberi.
We're getting 3 4-stars, including Fang Yi.
Oh yes, of course.
At the very least, I think Li Qiyan has to be the guaranteed in this update.
No, she definitely kind of has to be. It was already alluded to, so.
各位管理员，晚上好，
Alright,
欢迎
here we
来到
go.
明日方舟周末地的前瞻特别节目，我是海毛肉和物。
管理员们，晚上好，很高兴和大家见面了，我是 Ra。
那从正式公测到现在已经过去2个多月了，我们非常欣喜的看到管理员对周末地的投入和喜爱。当然，也有很多管理员提出了很多意见和建议，希望我们可以做到更好。我们很感谢大家的关注。在上一次节目之后，我们也持续打磨和优化现有内容，一边呢还在推进着后续版本的开发。而这一次更新，我们即将迎来一个关键的故事节点，50将会迎来威胁，一些敌人也终于站到了我们面前。在今天这场前瞻里啊，我们不仅会为管理员们带去核心章节版本春晓时，还会为大家介绍许多的优化内容和游戏福利。
是的，在这次的版本中，我们为大家准备了更丰富的可体验内容。相比之前啊，新版本内会包含更多的地图、新的各类活动玩法和内容。无论是管理员继续追寻主线故事，还是说在地图中探索，或者说是研究新的工业系统，相信都能够获得全新的体验。
那接下来话不多说，就让我们先来看一下版本 PV， 一睹为快吧。
Trailer incoming.
Version.
Hi, wife.
Okay, version trailer.
This time, it's different from 10 years
Strong.
ago. This time,
Arts.
we are in this together.
Appears so.
Butterfly. That's a monarch butterfly.
No, that doesn't look like a monarch.
Flying swords. I figured she'd do that.
Yeah.
Hi, Mifu.
Arch here. Tung Tung.
Ooh, you know what? If it's a
You're gonna
core,
get to
if it's a
Sloan
core
Garage.
experience, maybe we're gonna get 3.
He's an art unit after all. Okay.
Okay, it is Arts Unit. Got it.
Yeah.
Everett. Okay.
Return to the place neath the Aurora's crown, the origin of all life. There lies the truth you seek.
Oh.
Keep hiding your secrets. Once I stop you, I shall reveal the truths myself.
What was that with Neferith?
That was Neferith's new form. What?
I think they really did do the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dinosaur dragon for her.
I mean, she definitely looks like it. Yeah, like a red-eyed black dragon almost.
As a leader yourself,
We could have like a different situation, you know.
the choice I made.
Hey,
Just let us face the enemy together as a team.
Hold on. Did you guys hear Perlica right there?
Yeah.
Sounds like something heavy's coming to light with Perlica.
Let's go, Endman.
All
I'll
right.
take you
So it's
to my
Funky. Funky's
experiences
6-star.
10 years ago.
Lightning Striker. Or
Booyah!
Electric Striker.
Yo. Oh, yeah, electric strike.
Heard her out. Kill. Love it.
Oh, dude, she looks
It's
so
mine.
good.
What was that
I will
in?
not allow anything to stop me.
Holy cow. Electric is on the menu, boys.
It is.
Thank goodness. I'm kind of tired of playing with cryo and heat. I want something new.
Who do you reckon she replaces Aviwena?
Probably, yeah. Unless Aviwena moves to a sub DPS.
Aviwena, right?
Yeah. Yeah, she would replace Aviwena unless Aviwena moves to a sub DPS, but I don't think she will.
Oh my god.
Are we getting a different character? They didn't really kind of give an impression we're getting a different character. Lone Barrage Arts Unit. Barrage Arts Unit. Marker Stone area. Okay, they changed it to new area instead of new region. That was good.
Yeah.
That might have just been a mistranslation. They call both things regions, and then the test area. So test area to the east of Wuling City, and Markerstone area to the southwest of Wuling City.
Yeah, that might have just been a
mission scene Wuling Underground Array. Attacked main pillar office. Holy crap!
That one pathway across like
Wuling AIC plan update.
Yeah.
What is that?
Oh god, is it oil?
Geelong, actually.
What's going on here?
Oh,
I think that's sewage. New content ornamentals. Just decorating places. Cardiac remediation station. What the fuck? I don't know what I'm looking at.
Oh my lord.
Yep, new gear series.
Oh god, there's red fluid now. Oh boy.
There's red and orange fluid now. New gear sets, Kingbo and
Protocol
Sharon
Pass. Cardiac Nexus.
Is
this a one new 6-star update?
Yes, it is. That's
it
what
looks
it appears.
like it.
Aberrant Zones 5 and 6.
More Umbral Monument. Okay, Trade Salvage. I think my stream's a little behind you guys.
Curious use of Fear Night. AIC production event. Oh, finally, an AIC event. Palm Top Savior. I don't. Okay, so we get points by doing
like
exchanges.
New event currency.
Man, they always have to use the sarcasm writing, so we can't tell.
Wuling cooking event.
Super Chef. We aren't
in
Japan.
It's a repeat of the Exploration Day. Whoa, skins. Is that skins?
No, that's just... no. That's the web event where they're launching the satellite in space with all the data of the operation.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And we're getting special cosmetics for it. That makes sense. Operator progression booster.
Ooh, okay, now we're talking.
It's one 6-star. Oh boy. So is it like an extra long banner? Or?
Launches on 4/17. As you say, wouldn't it be funny if they just ended the stream right there? Thanks for coming out.
管理员们，欢迎来到周末地的核心章节版本春小时。上一段故事中啊，管理员经历了由涅菲斯煽动的清波寨叛乱。那涅菲斯啊，为武林周边的稳定性带来了巨大的隐患。而这次的故事呢，讲有一条来自庄方仪的信息开始。一直行踪不明的阿达希尔突然出现。首尊作为压制盛大烈士的关键设施之一，竟然能被外人直接侵入，威胁可见一斑。而此时我们啊还不知道他有怎样的目的，他又会采取怎样的手段阻止我们。与此同时啊，涅菲斯也在伺机而动。一面是涅菲斯的正面进攻，一面是阿达希尔的独自行动。风雨欲来，武林城该如何度过这场危机呢？在这次故事中啊，我们还会遇到一位新面孔。他和我们当中的艺人啊，过去是老相识。据说啊，他性格有点特别，没有那么好相处。不知道他的到来啊，会不会为这次事件带来新的可能？在手灯深处啊，等待着管理员的不仅仅是变幻莫测的空间，错综复杂的通路，还更有阿达希尔精心布下的阻碍。在追击阿达希尔的过程中啊，管理员还需要面对许多他召唤出来的先行敌人，从源源不断的敌巢中守护手墩。我们还会遇到一种前所未有的敌人表象。它是一种拥有复活能力的。此外，还有新形态的浮游天使和金锥天使，相信都会为管理员带来不一样的战斗体验。另一方面，涅菲斯也不再掩饰，开始大举进攻武林。在之前的故事里啊，管理员已经与涅菲斯的部下多次交锋，而现在你们终于要直面涅菲斯了。 这一次，管理员将和装方仪携手，走进一场艰险的战斗。超域重塑了涅菲斯的躯体，让他获得了异常强大的力量。此时的涅菲斯已经超越了一般的形态，他可以飞到空中，展开双翼，然后高举剑锋，凝聚力量进行攻击。而且他还能瞬间飞升到远处，挥展出几道极具威力的剑芒，纵横交错，用常规手段很难应对。面对涅菲斯的威压，双方仪会为管理员提供有力的支援。管理员可以调用息壤跳到空中展开攻击，而且还能在大范围内召唤从天而降的闪电，打断敌人。即使敌人在空中，也依然有效。不过涅菲斯的手段还远远不止这些。不知道大家还记不记得，涅菲斯曾经将管理员拉入一片神秘的紫色空间。在这片星象空间中时间将陷入停滞，只有涅菲斯能够自由行动。管理员将一边面对星象空间的束缚，一边应对疾风骤雨般的攻击，迎接真正的极限挑战。而且被逼入极境时涅菲斯还会使出更加疯狂的招数。至于涅菲斯的更多战斗方式与具体的应对策略，就等待管理员们在游戏中一探究竟了。
关于我们新的战斗伙伴装方仪，管理员们可能已经很熟悉了。在之前的故事中为了能够继续对抗侵蚀与裂隙，我们依照之前的计划来到了武林。一波三折终于也是和武林的管带装方仪重新见面了。他在10年前与管理员在武林科考站有过一段短暂的共事经历。那时管理员曾经期许的梨花，如今也在他的努力下开遍了整座武林。而当管理员与装方仪一起追赶天师庄，遥望夜空中的灯火时，相信大家也都感受到了，也许他不仅是一位恪尽职守的学者与天师，更多时候他还希望能成为你亲密的搭档，一同跨越困难，实现那些未能实现的愿景。平时的从容与亲和并不是装方仪的全部，面对威胁时，他也会展示他坚决果断的一面。装方仪是一名突击干员，拥有极强的输出能力，能够持续造成大量的电磁伤害。至今为止管理员们已经见识过了装天师呼云唤电的身姿，而接下来大家还会看到他执剑临阵的凛然风采。装方仪可以通过战技消耗导电，不断生成蜻蜓剑雷击敌人，在释放终结技后，还可以大幅度提升战斗性能。大家可以看到，电与剑是装方仪技能效果的核心。我们希望能够通过这样的表现，让各位管理员感受到他在战斗中的飒爽英姿。接下来一起看看装方仪的各个技能吧。先看普攻极电法，装方仪可以对敌人进行最多5段的普通攻击，造成电磁伤害。其中最后一段攻击是重击，会造成大量电磁伤害并回复技力。而装方仪的连续技一息万变也跟重击相关。当主攻干员通过重击获得处决命中了处于电磁附着状态的敌人后，就可以发动。装方仪会构造吸雷阵法攻击敌人，消耗敌人的电磁附着，并将其强制转化为相应等级的导电效果。比如命中2层电磁附着的敌人时，就能直接转化为一个2级的导电效果。导电状态不仅能提供对敌人的增伤，还可以被装方仪的战技所利用。他的战技金停诀释放后会立即消耗目标的导电状态，在场上生成最多3柄蜻蜓剑，随后引导周围所有的蜻蜓剑依次雷击目标，造成大量伤害。生成蜻蜓剑需要使用时间，且场上最多存在9柄。战技生成的蜻蜓剑数量与目标导电状态的等级有关，消耗等级2以上的导电可以生成3柄，等级1则是2柄，而没有消耗导电的话，则只会根据情况生成最多1柄蜻蜓剑了。总之，场上的蜻蜓剑越多，装方仪的战技就越能造成更多伤害。终结技万钧风雷，在释放后会让装方仪进入天理合真的状态，此时装方仪的行动更不容易被敌人打断，而且普攻、战技以及连接技都将得到不同程度的强化。先来看战技金停诀，不仅在终结技期间伤害倍率提高，而且在终结技期间首次释放战技时，可以不消耗技力和导电，直接生成3柄蜻蜓剑。 战绩的最后一击命中敌人时，还会额外施加一层电磁附着。终极技期间，战绩的伤害范围也会扩大，可以攻击到更大范围内的敌人。而连续技一息万变，相比于非终结技的状态下，在终结技期间内会对范围内的敌人能进行生效，并且冷却恢复速度会变为原本的4倍。这样，在终极技期间，双方一就可以实现一战技一连携的循环，流畅的打出极高的伤害。
Oh, sweet. If you look above her skill bar, it appears we have like a timer now for how long the ult actually lasts.
Yep, I see that.
Yeah. I wonder if Surtur's getting that too.
That would be so. That's a nice QOL.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to wait the 3 days.
那么接下来呢，我们就通过实战视频来进一步了解庄方仪的作战能力吧。先来看对战我们的老朋友白鹤借位。白鹤借位的行动方式比较多变，因此尽快积累失衡值，快速让其进入适合状态是非常有效的。一开场，我们先使用佩利卡战技对敌人施加电磁附着，紧接着控制庄方仪打出重击。先立即使用庄方仪的连接技并衔接他的战技，消耗导电并积攒2敏剑，然后继续使用佩利卡连接技并衔接庄方仪战技，再积累2敏剑并对敌人进行猛烈轰击，配合弧光和阿列士的技能回复击力并造成导电效果后，再次使用庄方仪的战技清明剑，并刚好使出失衡。
Arclight, Alesh, and
Alesh and Arclight.
时机终于成熟了，开启庄方仪的终极技能是变身，使用强化后的战技。瞬间将清明剑数量补充至上限，并对敌人进行毁灭性的雷击。大家可以看到，在变身状态下，雷击后的敌人被施加了电磁附着，刚好又被连续技转化为导电，再次为战技所用。最后，在庄方仪移到了猛烈雷击中，白鹤借位终于是灰飞烟灭了。接下来，我们再来看看庄方仪在高阶培养材料本里的表现吧。相信大家都还记得这个副本里难缠的标兽和符甲兽吧？一开场啊，我们直接开启庄方仪的终结技，变身后的第一个战技可以直接不消耗导电，积攒3点剑，并对敌人造成电磁附着。配合重击，我们衔接庄方仪的连续技和战技，迅速轰击敌人。哎呀，没想到标兽已经倒下了，没关系，刚才已经积累的剑并不会浪费。在符甲兽击中后，利用艾维文娜和弧光的终结技迅速使目标导电，然后利用艾维文娜的战技收枪造成伤害后，最后配合已在场的清明剑使用庄方仪的战技，完美进行收场。从刚才的实战啊，大家可以看到，作为一名初级干员，只要有能够配合电磁附着的队友，庄方仪就可以通过连续技与战技的循环累积清明剑，对敌人造成有效打击。而在终极技变身后，他更是可以以一敌百，以极强的伤害能力瞬间毁灭敌人。凭借对雷电之力的精湛掌控，庄方仪将会成为绝佳的电磁输出手。
Wow, one character. How long is that going to last? 5 weeks?
随着剧情发展，官员还会和庄方仪一起展开更多
Well, they did announce that they were suspending all characters and all game modes to work on the AI Tata.
巍峨耸立的天师庄阵列是武林的一道奇观，却很少有人知道，在武林城地下也有着数目庞大的天师庄，一同守护着武林城的平安。
April Fool's joke.
就在这样壮观的地下阵列中啊，却有着新的不安正在滋长。阵列的空间好像也变得混乱复杂，好像一座迷宫。在这座迷宫中的危机，正等待着管理员和庄方仪一起去解决。不过在行动之前啊，庄方仪却隐隐约约显露出一丝忧虑。庄方仪究竟在担心着什么呢？就请管理员在游戏中慢慢发现吧。另外，管理员还将在新版本里参与到武林的灾后重建中的我们后续啊将开放一张全新的支线地图试验园区。管理员会带着一位天使学徒前往被天朝覆盖的试验园区，解救天使庄的机芯模块，使园区恢复生机。那没想到这些机芯模块竟然有着迥异的性格特征。那管理员们啊也会根据他不同的性格解出谜题，打开通路。在试验园区中啊，通过操作射流无人机等西洋科技组件，那管理员就可以开辟前进的道路，将机芯模块带回天使庄。我们期待的管理员在探索的过程中，逐步帮助实验园区摆脱天使潮的影响，重现往日的如画风光。当然，在继续前行之前，也别忘了先收下我们的一点心意。我们将会为管理员送上1000千金玉，还有折金票、初级认知载体和武器检查套组等奖励，以感谢大家的支持。奖励我们稍后会发送到游戏内邮箱中，还请管理员自行查收。
Yep.
除了全新的剧情和
Make
体
sure
验以外
everybody
啊，
gets it instead
这次
of
新版
just
本
the
里
people
集
who
成
watch
工
the
业
stream.
有好多新内容正在等待着管理员来体验。
Oh boy, here
话
we
不
go.
多
The
说，我们
AIC.
先通过一条小短片一起来看一下吧。
So
Renegade's
we
favorite
got
part.
Ruling Gear 3 already. Acid Resistant Pump Mark II.
So we're purifying acid.
Or we may be using acid.
Oh no, expanding to Reactor Crucible.
Oh, okay.
God.
Mixing purification unit doing something, I don't know. Or mixing fluids. But that's liquid cuprium or something.
Mm-hmm.
That would make sense. That was one of we saw shredded cuprium in there.
管理
So.
员们，欢迎回来！就像大家刚刚看到的，在管理员的努力下，周末利工业正在如火如荼的发
Oh,
展
new
中。
new
这一
subcase
次呀
area.
我们要在首顿区域建
Oh,
立一
there's
座
like a
全新的
there's
据
like an
点
acid
——
lake
心
right
脏
beside
修缮
it.
站。
Okay.
有了新的据点啊，管理员们也可以进一步扩大生产规模，把集成工业一步步做大做强了。
Cardiac remedy. What?
随着周末地与武林的合作的深入，武林工业计划也会在新版本中开
Conduit
放第
Inlet
三
and
期
Outlet。Manifold.
我们将迎来新的液体类型、工业设施
Okay,
以
that
及
seems
相
to be
对
a
应
new
的
tier
多种
of
配方，
Shiranite.
构建出更丰富、更高效的生产循环。
Oh boy.
Hyperbeam Tower?
在首顿区域，我们能够找到一种新的液体
Precipitation
沉积酸，
Oh.
它将是第三期工业计划中关键的一环。与清水不同啊，沉积酸有着一定的腐蚀性，所以抽取沉积酸需要用到更高级的工
At
业
least
设
this
施
will be in the
二
new
型耐
AIC
酸水泵。
area. And I
管理
won't
员
have
们
to
还可
worry
以解锁
about
新设备
adjusting what
提
I've
纯
already
机
got，built
它
out.
能将溶液提纯到更高纯度。比如说，是铜可以溶解在沉积酸中，再经由提纯机生产出更高级的褐铜，
Actinite
从而制
components.
造出褐铜装备元件，用于制造新的装备。
Hetenite. Okay.
和之前一样，新的装备在水平加成上与目前最高品质的装备相当，但会为管理员的战术搭配带来更多可选项。有了沉积酸之后，反应池内的生产将会变得更加丰富多样，所以我们还会新增扩容反应池。扩容反应池的可用方
Pretty sure
法
this is
与我们
it's
熟知的
mostly
反应
just
池
maybe
相
best
同
in，slot
但
for
拥有更多的
strong
反应
fungi
缓
and
存
then，pieces
同一
for
时间
everybody
可以
else.
进行更多的配方反
Yeah
应，这样管理员们就可以大大提高空间利用率，简化产线了。随着剧情的进展，管理员们还可以通过天有红炉生产重吸氧，
Heavy
它比
shear
一般的吸氧更具有耐用性，也能够用于据点交
It's
易
the。upgraded
同
tier
时
of，
使用
Shiranite
沉积酸
essence.
还能够在反应池或扩容反应池中将重吸氧变为液化重吸氧。相比于液化吸氧，液化重吸氧能够更加有效地清除侵蚀污染，是管理员在探索中的好帮手。在新版本中，我们也提供了更多有助于生产效率优化的科技。首先是多口暗管出入口，它比一般的暗管口具有更多的出入口。如果要从远距离大量获取同种液体的情况，只需要通
I mean,
过
other
多
than
个暗
just
管
having
进行一
double
次
the
远距离的拉管道，
quantity
就可以满
within
足
one
大量
unit.
的液体资源需求了。
Are you
另外
seeing，
在
how
解锁新的科技以后，
stacked this
天
is,
有
man?
红炉的
Like,
放置上
there's
限
gonna
也
be
将大幅增
all
加。
kinds of
在
liquid
版本更新
flow.
后，将首先增加到8台，后续还
We're
会增
going
加
up to
到
12
12
of
台
these。things?
除了各个新的生产设施外，管理员
I mean,
还可以
I
解锁
imagine having
全新的
Shiranite
战斗设备
takes a，bit.
更加轻松地应对挑战。
If it's
We're going up to
more
8 with this
complicated,
update.
随
They
着
said
全新区
12
域试验
later.
园区的探索，管理员们还能够解锁
What is this?
新功能设施净水节点。在工业规模扩大的同时，诞生的污水或许成为了管理员们的新课题，而世界探索中遇到的污水池也会为管理员带来考验。这时，净水节点就可以帮助管理员们解决这些问题。通过管道或暗管把污水运送到净水节点，就可以对污水进行快速高效的无害化处理。而且将净水节点提升至更高等级后，不
That
仅可
upgrade
以
is
解
going
锁
to
更
be
多的
a
污水进
regional
入口，
development level.
更快速的处理污水，而且还能解锁产物排出口。
100%.
按照污水的单位处理量额外产出氧精废液。要特别说明的是，就算氧精废液已经积攒满了，也不会影响污水的正常处理，管理员们也大可放心。
That's going to give extra
有了净水节点之后，相信管理员们处理污水的效率将会大大提高。绿水青山，科学发展，感谢各位管理员为武力生态做出的贡献。集成工业系统不仅能够生产实用性的产物，也能让塔维尔变得更加美丽、有趣、富有生机。接下来我们将会推出装饰物品，
So giving
本
us
期
crap we
将
can
新增3
decorate the
种
world
装饰物
with.
品，管理员们可以在世界中使用工业模式
The
自由进
question
行
is
放
whether
置
it。shows up in
首
other
先是
people's
呼声非常高
instances.
的龙泡泡石墩子， 大家可以摆在自己喜欢的地方，随时随地的跟它拍几张好玩的照片了。另外还有山林小景，这是庄方仪特别喜欢的梨花盆景，枝头还挂有2支签，写着“贵人相助，与物后人归”，希望它能让管理员回忆起与张方仪相处的动人时刻。最后是充气教授，方新渠奶茶店月岩茶寮门口那一对醒目的充气教授气球，应该让很多管理员都印象深刻吧。我们之前看到有管理员说，哎呀，感觉把这对气球摘掉，好像破坏了月岩茶寮的声誉一样。但没关系，现在就可以为店门口重新添上一对了。其实，管理员们对月岩茶寮气球的兴趣，也是我们设计装饰物品的灵感来源之一。我们非常希望管理员们能在周末地中实现各种有趣的想法，把塔维尔变成自己喜欢的样子。以上3种装饰物品中，山里小景在主线任务达到一定级别后就可以获取，其余2种都可以在物资调度中购买。未来我们也会继续增加装饰物品，让管理员们更加自由、随心所欲地装饰周末地的世界。当然，我们知道管理员们一定也有很多特别的创意，感兴趣的管理员也可以多多分享，你们的想法对我们来说非常珍贵。也许哪天我们看到了有条件实现的创意，就会把它在游戏中呈现哦。此外，在新地图中将增设新的物资调度终端和环境监测终端，部分现有的仓储节点、物资调度终端和环境监测终端也将进一步开放新的等级上限，帮助管理员们获取更多的调度券。以上便是本次版本有关集成工业相关的内容了，希望这些内容能让大家玩得开心。未来还有不少集成工业相关的内容仍在开发中，希望能尽快与大家相见，大家敬请期待。那接下来我们来一起看看本次版本的活动前瞻内容吧。
Alright, events, pay close attention, Ryan. This one's on you.
在新版本里还有不少的玩法与活动正等着与各位管理员见面。首先，常驻玩法隐托分杯和时尚悬疑都将迎来更新。隐托分杯将新增系列挑战浊流巨献。过去遇到的敌人将以更加强大的形态登场。在完成高难挑战的同时管理员还能参加限时活动，分杯留名、汇流，获取包括千年玉在内的多种奖励。时尚群1也会开放相差区域5和相差区域6，管理员可以在其中探索，获取更多奖励。另外系列限时活动也会陆续开启。武林正忙于灾后重建，急需援助物品。如果管理员能够使用集成工业系统来帮助武林渡过难关，不仅能够收获居民的感谢，还能得到丰厚的报酬。参与活动集成援助，掌中救星。在活动期间可以获得特殊的限时生产配方。与此同时武林的所有据点生产调度券的数率都将大幅增加。管理员可以生产活动需求的产物，提交给武林据点，获取武林调度券，并且获得援助成果券。援助成果券可以在集成援助掌中救星活动界面的物资兑换时兑换奖励。相信管理员的每次援助都能让武林城离恢复往日生机更进一步。物资供给活动将会迎来新一期武林特图，活动期间会每日更新供给任务，管理员可以通过种植、采集或者减制等各种方式，按需生产各种各样的食物，完成对应目标，并且获取千金玉、存续的痕迹等奖励。卷与明星航天主题活动很快也会与大家正式见面。之前已经向管理员们公开过的卷与明星共赴星海活动正在紧锣密鼓的筹备之中。管理员们将与佩利卡一起探索航天的共同致敬永不止步的开拓精神。等到中小时版本一开始我们就会为佩利卡追加一张全新的干员留影，达成1潜能即可解锁。版本更新后管理员们就可以获取留影，并在帝江号的会客室展示了。那没有解锁的管理员也不用着急，在4月24日呢，游戏内将会正式开启签到活动与留影活动。签到首日奖励中呢，就包含一个佩利卡的信物，保证让管理员们都能够欣赏到佩利卡遨游太空的美丽身影。留影活动开启后帝江号中央环厅的大屏幕和部分场景物件还会限时变为航天主题的样式。启明驻留平台也将限时停驻在太空中。管理员们可以站在帝江号的舰桥上，静静欣赏它的恢宏壮美。此外参与活动还能够获得帝江号陈列品、启明驻留平台模型、头像框、明星、贴纸、启明，还有千金玉等丰厚奖励。我们也期待管理员能够在周末地的世界中感受到寰宇的浩瀚。 接下来，我们为管理员带来新版本的寻访
Oh, here you go. Head hunting
版本
details.
更新后
This is what you've
将
been
会
waiting
首先
for.
开启
Under
春雷动
renewal.
万物生的特许寻访。6星干员庄方仪将会在寻访中
Running
获
until
得
May
概率提升。
60
在
headhunting
本期
attempts.
特许寻访累计寻访64次
Okay, that's the
将
same
额外
thing.
获取寻访情报
Headhunting
奖。
dossier.
这次的寻访情报书奖励会在下次特许寻访开启后自动转化为对应的专有寻访凭证10张。该特许寻访将总共持续35天，且春晓时版本仅有这一位新增干员的特许寻访，管理员们可以更加从容地规划寻访节奏了。与此同时啊，我们在版本期间还会开放一次特殊的寻访——辉光庆典。
Reconvener banner.
那该寻访呢会在春雷动万物生的特许寻访结束的前1周开放。在辉光庆典的特殊寻访中，6星干员的随机范围有且仅有
People are just
莱
gonna
万
feel
汀
bad if they、hit
吉尔佩
Pog
塔、
or
近卫和埃尔达拉
Ardelia.
4名干员。要说明的是，辉光庆典特殊寻访仅因本次的特别安排而开放，不会纳入目前已有的寻访类型和规则中，与其他的寻访也互不影响。辉光庆典特殊寻访会一直开放至春晓时版本结束。同时啊，作为一次独立特殊的寻访，辉光庆典也会采用仅适用于本次开放的专属规则。更多的详细信息啊，则将于后续公布，还请官员们关注相关公告了。接下来再看看5户交易所。那在新版本中啊，将会上架全新的6星施术单元乌州，管理员们可以在行舟生灵中获取。而在辉光庆典特殊寻访持续时间内啊，还会限时开放熔灼生灵和极刑生灵2期护生灵，对应的6星单手剑熔铸火焰与6星施术单元使命必达将得到概率提升。配合寻访，我们还将开启庄方仪的干员试用活动，也将先后开启春雷醒悟、流光庆时签到2期7日签到活动。登录完成签到，即可以累计获取对应寻访的各5张限时寻访凭证等奖励。同时啊，采购中心的集成配额交易页签也会伴随2期寻访，先后上架5张春雷醒悟寻访凭证和5张流光庆时寻访凭证。管理员们记得按需兑换。新一期里程碑活动协议通行证怒潮也将开启，解锁对应的协议通行证后啊，管理员就可以获取自选6星武器补给，其中包括新增的6星施术单元雾中微光。该自选补给啊，在协议定制档位和原始配给档位均可获取。此外，还有新增的名片主题、山水墨尘、头像、新书、贴纸、巨兽心脏、滤镜、苍白等多种奖励等待的管理员们获取。随着新区域首登开放，我们还将同步开启震髓石海引入活动，希望能为管理员的探索提供助力。完成解锁协议传送点，开启协议储存箱等各项任务就可以获取丰厚奖励。而且等到新区域试验园区开放后啊，管理员还可以继续参与引入活动，吸扰妙用。在体验到新区域的同时啊，也能够拿到可观的活动奖励。
I remember seeing it thinking like, oh, Zahi could use this, but
这段时间以来，我们也在持续的关注大家的意见，不断优化各项游戏内容，努力给管理员们带去更加流畅顺滑的游戏体验。那接下来就让我给大家介绍一下新版本已经完成的部分优化内容吧。首先，我们将会常驻开启干员培养助力新手活动，进行养成资源返还。在起升初期，管理员们在对一定数量的干员等级、技能与天赋、武器进行提升时，将会在各自提升到一定程度后，大量返还对应的培养素材。如果管理员已经完成了对应的养成目标，那么在版本更新后就可以直接进入活动页面，领取到大量的返还素材。希望这样能减轻各位新老管理员的养成负担，帮助大家更加便利地搭建队伍。此外，之前在研发通信中遇到过的多项功能优化即将与大家见面，而且还有不少新增优化也会在即将到来的新版本中实装。在交互与应用性上，我们针对管理员们的反馈，在资源收取、功能跳转、界面显示等方面都进行了改良，并将后总控中枢将新增总控事项功能。管理员可以一键收取所有产物并安排生产，也可以一键领取线索并填入对应的线索框中。另外，资源回收站的资源领取也得到了优化。当资源回收站升至4级以后，管理员就可以在地图界面远程收取资源，不用再四处奔波了。除此以外啊，干员的装备页面也将会新增装备制造按钮， 管理员可以点击按钮，一键跳转到装备制造页
Yay,
面，
batch crafting
而且
gear.
还新增了装备批量制造功
Thank
能
you.。
现在管理员们可以一次性制作多件装备了。
Jeez.
在使用珍贵培养素材对干员的技能天赋进行升级时，
Oh, that's nice.
也可以一键跳转到高阶培养资源箱界面，直接智能选择所需的
Yep,
素材
that's
内
a
容
good
与
change
数量。
right there too.
我们还会调整基础训练和干员教学关卡的完成和奖励领取方式。
Took them a while to
如果
implement
管理员
holy.
已经掌握了对应的教学内容，就可以直接点击按钮完成关卡，领取奖励，不用再重复学习了。在仓储节点中，也可以按照地区来筛选他人的运送委托，这样管理员们就可以直接找到自己想要接取的地区委托，不用再反复刷新
Everybody can
寻找
just。only do Ruling City.
同时，我们进一步优化了手柄的操作体验，新增了相关按钮的自定义替换功能，以满足管理员的多种操作习惯。
Controller, okay.
在战斗方面啊，我们优化了界面显示，当角色开启部分持续性的攻击之后，将会在画面下方显示中间机的剩余持
Okay,
续时
ultimate
间。
timer is a thing.
希望这
Okay,
样
sweet.
能让管理员们更好
Sweet.
的判
Everyone
断
gets
战
the
局
ultimate timer.
获得更流畅的操作
If
体
they
验
have。like a long-lasting ultimate, amazing.
另外，在微镜在线关卡中挑战领袖
Hey,
敌
a
人
timer.
时，将会在画面左上角显示计
Thank
时。
you. Well, this
只要
should have
不
been
断
there
挑
at
战
the
自我的
beginning.
管理员们，
Okay,
就
they're
可
finally
以更
adding,
加直观的
they're
看
finally
到
adding
战
the
斗的
recrisis
实时了。
timer. Okay. I
对
don't
提
need
升工业系
to
统
add，
我们也
manually
做出了一
myself
些调
anymore
整。
for my 4-star
版本更新
clears.
后
It's good.
即使是在机身核心和协议核心的区域内，也会在地图上显示暗管和多可暗管的标记了。而且，管理员们在机身核心和协议核心区内移动暗管或多可暗管的出入口时，以连接对应的管道将不会断开连接，方便调整工业布局。
It will not be
此外
disconnected.
我们
Okay,
也
thank
优化了
you.
蓝图的
Oh
分享
my
文本
God.，
在复制蓝图分享码后
Yeah, time that
自动生成的
redo
分享
these
文
is
本
crazy.
将会包含蓝图的名称，这样蓝图的分享和接收都能变得更加直观了。此外，在部分
Ray
iOS
tracing
设备
on
上，
iOS
我们还
devices.
新增了总装办公室场景的光追体验，
These people
希
are
望
awesome.
能给管理员们带去更
I'll
好
have
的
to
视
try
觉
this on
感
my
受。
17 Pro
我们
Max
非常
just
关
to
注
see
管
how
理
it
员们
looks.
对于游戏日常刷取体验的反馈。在新版
I
本
don't
中，
care about sanity
我们将为管理员们提供更多的理智消耗许可，减轻管理员们在日常刷取的时间与操作负担。首先，新版本开放后，地区调度物资中将会追加更多的理
I like
智消
those
耗许可
boosters. Give me。
版本更
those.
新后，原本的理智减耗活动也将优化成理智补给活动，参与就能获取应急理智加强剂和理智消耗许可。活动中达成每日登录和消耗理智的任务目标后，
Hey,
管理员每
there's
天
insanity
可以
usage
获
permit
取
so that you can
160
spend
理
it
智和8张
faster.
理智消耗许可。
Yeah.
That
比
doesn't
如，
give me any
管理员
total
可以
yield
一次消耗
I
160
understand
理
the
智
permits,
来
but why
双
can't we
倍
just
刷
have
取
this
能量
like
预计点，
you know, where you
然
can
后
just
就可
choose
以
how many
领取
times you
当日
want
的
to,
全
you
部
know,
奖励。
clear
而
it
且
with one
每日
run.
奖励
Right?
从原本的理智减耗机制改为应急理智加强剂和理智消耗许可这两种道具后，就更加方便管理员们自由分配自己的空余时间了。另外，新版本协议通行证的原始配给档位和协议定制档位的循环奖励部分，
Are people
都
been
可以
asking
在
for
原有奖
permits?
励的基础上，再额外获取更多的
I don't know,
理
I've
智
got
消
like
耗许可，
so
方便管理员们
I'm-
更加高效的消耗理智，
Yeah.
获取奖励。
I'm close to 1,000 of them, so.
Future version preview.
All right, here comes the big
除了
part.
刚刚说的这些，包括养成、
Yeah, this
集
looks
成
like
工业
Geelong.、
战斗在内的优化以外
Spoiler
呢，
warning: if
管理
you
员方
are
方面面的
not
反
wanting to
馈
know
与
what's
建
going
议，
on
我
here,
也都会认真听取。
Tune away
很多优化
Thomas
计
will
划
put a
已经在有序展
timestamp to
开
skip，ahead to.
我们也会随时准备将很多新发现的优化内容列上日程。那在具体介绍近期会落地的优化之前啊，还有一项重要调整会在新版本里上线。我也想借着今天直播机会跟管理员们分享一下。我们将会在新版本中对月卡进行换新。
What?
等到
Why?
新版本开启后啊，
More
月卡的每日
permits.
奖励部分将会追加4张理智消耗许
What?
可，
What
方
in the
便大家的日
hell?
常副本游玩。
What's with the
当然了，
permits?
管理员一定会想，那新月卡加强了，手上旧月卡怎么办呢？
Why all
对
the
此，我们
permits?
决
I
定
don't
从直
understand.
播的今天算起，一直到版本更新维护之前，管理员在这段时间内领取的月卡签到奖励，也会在版本更新后追加补偿理智消耗许
I'll
可，
show
相当
myself
于
that
啊，
one.
现在管理员手上的月卡就已
I'm
经
just
能够涵盖
collecting
这
these
部分
things
福利
because I
了。
don't use them.
另外啊，这次月卡换新
Yes,
后啊
same.，
管理员们之前的投入我们也有考虑。为了感谢各位管理员的支持，只要管理员在新
I'm
版
gonna
本
be one of
更
those
新前购
people
买
who
过
gets
月
to
卡，
find out like what
我们就
happens
会
if
在
you
新版本开始
overcap
的首
on these
日一
things.
次性为你发放120张理智消耗许可。说到这里啊，希望大家对
Even
月
more
卡的改动
permits,
能够
amazing.
认可。那不过啊，今天借着这个机会，我还想带给管理员们更多福利。大家看这是什么？是的，相信不少管理员都
I
明
mean,
白
at
了。
least he didn't take
我
any
会为
away
每位
anything
管
away
理员
Ah,
都
free
送上
monthly
一张
pass.
这样特殊的换新月卡。 那新版本后啊，我们会特别开启换新月卡赠礼活动，管理员们每天登录就能领取200千金玉、1支应急理智加强剂和4张理智消耗许可，总计可获得6000千金玉、1200理智和120张理智消耗许可。需要说明的是啊，这份换新赠礼是可以和原有的月卡奖励相互叠加的。那希望这份月卡能够让各位管理员的周末地旅程更加轻松愉快，也再次感谢各位管理员陪伴我们走到现在。从上线开始到新的版本，其实我们每天都在发现有很多管理员提出了宝贵的意见和建议，当中不乏有全新的建议。那我们一直在关注，也希望通过努力啊，跟进大家的最新体验，优化游戏。那么现在就让我来为管理员正式介绍一下未来版本的优化事项吧。这些优化都已经在有序筹备中了，在不远的将来就能够与管理员见面了。在交互与用心方面，我们会进一步简化装备养成的相关操作。相信很多管理员都遇到过，想要精锻装备时需要使用大量不断点击精锻，有些重复。那为此啊，我们希望新增批量精锻功能。优化之后啊，管理员可以一次性选择多件精锻耗费装备，连续进行精锻，直到精锻成功。这样一来，管理员就能够大幅减少精锻所需的操作，不必再重复点击。希望这能够大家提升作为体验。另外啊，武器机制的刷取体验也将得到优化，管理员可以选定多把希望获取对应机制的武器。如果啊获取了3个词条都可以契合这个首选武器的武价机制呢，这个机制就会被自动锁定，并且打上完美适配的标记，相当于我们会把管理员想要的毕业机制直接做好标记。有了这个功能之后啊，管理员再也不用在刷取机制后啊一个一个点开机制，仔细寻找和反复确认词条了。此外啊，我们还会区分角色任务显示的优先级，在任务列表中优先显示正处于活动中的角色任务，并为对应的任务增加当期标签，方便管理员更快地找到并体验当期剧情，参与对应活动。地区建设系统也会在主界面新增重要的事务汇总入口，像是仓储节点、物资调度系统等各项建设系统的解锁、升级、资源收取等等信息都会汇总在这儿。而且管理员可以快速地跳转到相应界面进行操作，不需要在屏中跑来跑去了。同时啊，我们还会优化手柄和键鼠操作的切换逻辑。当管理员操作角色在地图中游玩时，可以在手柄和键鼠之间随时切换。集成工业系统呢，也在不断优化中。在游戏进行到一段阶段后啊，我们观察到有很多管理员因为工厂的停电问题而头疼。虽然啊，可以通过关闭一些设施来逐渐恢复电力，但有些时候仍然会有些无从下手。因此啊，我们考虑了一下，希望通过增设一种叫做备用电源的功能来帮助大家。它的效果是，如果某地区的电力不是很耗尽，管理员可以选择启用备用电源进行临时供电，使所有作业都可以在适定的时间内获得无限的电力。那管理员可以利用这段时间进行电力调整，从而恢复正常供电，不用再担心大停电导致的工业停摆让自己无从恢复电力了。同时啊，武林的电力连接也会获得优化。集成核心区域内的吸氧供电桩与吸氧中继器不仅可以连接对应核心，也可以和外部的吸氧供电桩、吸氧中继器正常连接。那这样应该能够帮助管理员在野外拉电线时呢，进一步节省电力设备。那我们非常珍视管理员们的声音，大家提出的建议啊，都是我们优化与调整的重要参考。在未来我们会继续关注管理员们的反馈，努力改善各方面体验，一定会用更好的内容回馈大家。说完了未来优化部分，我觉得未来版本也有些即将到来的内容想给大家介绍。首先，玩法创新也是我们始终坚持的目标。我们一直致力于开发出让管理员们玩得开心、更有乐趣的各种玩法。在后续版本中啊，一个全新玩法即将与大家见面。或许啊，有的管理员可能还会觉得它有点熟悉。那现在就让我们通过视频一起来看看吧。
Tower defense for sure.
What's that? What am I looking at?
Oh, wait.
I recognize the golem thing.
Hold on.
Contingency contract?
Contingency contract? Oh.
Oh no.
This is gonna be brutal.
This is the real end game. Oh no.
Oh
no.
Oh boy. Let's go.
Oh boy. So hype.
Oh no. I say oh no, but really I mean oh yes.
Oh yeah, we said this in the last edition of the podcast.
没错，正如大家所见，周末地将在未来推出危机合约限时活动，团员们将会体验到极具挑战性的关卡，并且能够通过词条的自由组合来自行定义关卡的环境。大家可以只是以活动奖励为目标，也可以多多点选高难词条，不断冲击上限。非常期待看到管理员们在崭新的挑战中大放异彩，创造属于自己的高光时刻。未来，我们还会推出全新的双人配对战斗活动。在活动关卡中，管理员只在队内里编入最多2名干员，但是相应的会享有特殊的环境增益，能够构建出更加差异化的双干员战斗循环的体验。到时候，管理员们能够体验到与之前不同的策略乐趣与操作感受，在全新的关卡中感受到不一样的战斗节奏。
在玩法之外啊，我们也会在未来的版本中啊，不断推出新干员与他们的故事。他们出身不同，隐性各异，却都以各自的方式书写着独一无二的生命轨迹。让我们来看看他们的面貌吧。
Here we go. Operator previews.
Here we go.
Beneath the sunken soil,
What is that voice?
contrary wills lie dormant. Their paths diverge.
Whose voice is that?
Their truths are not
Lee?
one.
I think so.
Rare is a
Doesn't sound like
That's
me.
Nifu.
only with
Or
a
no.
gift of grace.
This one's me
is
food.
honored. That the calling is not betrayed.
She's talking like in the Lone Trailer trailer.
A hunter bound by his blood's own curse. The prey he stalks.
Oh, hi.
A kin's
You're a
shadow,
vampire.
once beloved, now
Heck
lost.
yes, dude. That is such a cool design.
That's a vampire.
That's
Giant
Lancer.
cloaked
Yeah.
So that guy is not a.
lion.
He is not a
The
Santa.
protection of
We got a new
Who are
guy
you?
here. Holy cow.
Hey, who are you?
God.
Whoa.
You're new.
Yeah.
Wait. Ah, who was that? You didn't have a preview of her? Who the fuck was that?
看完刚才的影片啊，想必管理员对几位角色很好奇。
我
其中，作为武林城选位的米芾已经与我们同行了一段时间了，
Okay.
但清波在的竹林中依旧藏着他的往事。为求问心无愧，他将不得不与擂台上的意料之外的老对手了断恩仇。在武林城内外啊，形形色色的人们也正在上演着属于他们的独特故事。那在刚才的短片中啊，我们还能看到一个人啊，从他背后的巨大血红翅膀就能够看出，他或许是一名来自塞什卡的血魔。那么，这么一位特殊的客人，又是为何要来到此处的呢？同时啊，还有一位非常年轻的巨兽代理人，他对红科院、对整个文明环带都保持着无限的好奇。他会在未来与管理员发生怎样的故事呢？那这些啊，都在今后的故事中慢慢揭晓了。接下来我们还有一些新的情报要为管理员分享。首先是我们为管理员带来了漫画方面的新情报。漫画《代战》很快会与大家见面。他将为管理员更加深入的讲述庄方仪的故事。春日的武林啊，庄方仪开始了例行的城内巡查工作。这座他亲手建立的宏伟城市中啊，每一处都凝聚着全武林人的心血。在经历了惨痛的灾难，共同扛过艰苦的日子之后呢，武林已在庄方仪的带领下重新走上了正轨。这里啊是塔维尔重要的科考站，也是生活在这里人们无可替代的家园。庄方仪期许着，待梨花绽放之时，一定会有好事发生。加油吧！周末地也在持续连载中，管理员们可以在其中感受丽江号闪光的生活，看到干员们不一样的另一面。
在联动方面，明日方舟周末地与 Happy Lemon 的联动活动即将在美国开启。本次联动将推出2款联动套餐，购买套餐即可获得联动限定赠品。部分门店还会推出主题日活动。详细联动内容将于后续公开，敬请期待。
那么到这里啊，今天的直播也差不多要告一段落了。非常感谢各位管理员的观看，也非常感谢大家一直以来的陪伴。各位管理员的反馈、讨论，还有实际的游玩体验，对我们来说都非常重要。我们会继续把这些声音带进开发之中，也会通过每次更新将游戏做到更好。
但也正因为这样，我们还是希望节奏能稳一点，一步一步把东西做好。现在后续几个版本的内容都在同步推进，不管是玩法机制还是剧情体验，我们都在认真制作。在将来，我们也会一一为大家揭晓，希望能为管理员带去越来越多的惊喜与快乐。
塔维尔还有很多内容更加有意展示给大家，而大家的关注和喜爱，我们都有感受到，也一直在推动着我们向前走。这份陪伴啊，对我们来说不只是支持，更像是一种动力，让我们有信心将周末地继续做好。也走得更远。 虽然今天的节
You
目
know,
已
they
经
could
接
very
近尾
well
声
just，take the
但
ideas
周末
from
店
the
旅途
original
才
CC,
刚刚开
right?
始，也希望接下来这段路仍然能够让各位管理员和我们一起走下去。期待不久之后，我们还能再次
They
和
did
大家
not
见面，
verify if
再聊更多
Hong
新的
Kong
故
is
事。
Sweet Roxy, but they
各位管理
already
员，
revealed that
下期
chick,
再见
that
了，
new chick is
拜
a Sweet
拜。
Roxy.
Yeah. Let's see if there's an exit trailer.
Looking like no. Oh. Wife. Her song expansion.
从春雨中响起一片云，宁静而绵长的呼吸，反复
I wonder if this is gonna get me flagged.
Maybe. I'm hearing that they're not being as kind with copyrights with the Metal Scar Radio track.
Oh boy.
I'll probably have to go and edit it out and mute this particular section then.
We'll see.
那就将它摧败，万物有兴衰，但悔恨在无论岁
I'm
月
digging the track though.
荣誉，
It's good.
It fits Fang Yi very well.
永恒
Still listening for the rock drop.
荒芜茂盛之
And then it comes in with metal guitar.
望不到天之涯。
What's that?
不到地之岸，就这样行走着，越山越水越埋，直到你化
No rock drop for this version? Oh, that's pretty. That's gorgeous. So interesting. So we're not even getting the new Liberty Girl next update either.
Nope. Lee actually wasn't even in the conversation.
Yeah.
She is going to be in the 1.2 campaign as a featured character, but she's not going to be a banner, and they're kind of showcasing a completely different set of characters for next update.
Yeah, it doesn't look like she's going to be in 1.3 either. All right.
That was a 1 hour 6 minute program.
Let's see.
15 minutes of that was the freaking countdown, though. Oh.
So
Alright,
rolling back to, let me see if I can roll back to Fang Yi. Yeah, dude, I'm digging her kit. I've been wanting a high output electric DPS for a while. I feel like there was a lot of focus on cryo. I mean, we have Aviwina, but
So I'm thinking, my current idea is Shuangfang Yi, Arclight, Perlica, and Gilberta.
yes, I'm of the same thought because I think Gilberta's gonna be good for CC grouping. Gilberta is such a universal character that she just slots into just about any team you can think of.
I mean, yeah, it comes to the point because it's like she just has like a niche that only she has, and it's extremely useful, right? Just the ability to press a button and just have everything grouped like nicely in a little bundle for you.
One thing I will say is I was kind of hopeful to see more of like Rossi's follow-up attacks with combos and stuff, where you had to time your activations, but
yeah. Do you reckon there's gonna be like weight contracts like in the original Arknights, which would mess with any Angelina comps? Because that's a thing they did in the original contingency contract as well.
Yeah, we got to have the contracts. How will they do the contracts? Maybe we'll have some team size contracts, probably, maybe limiting to 3 or 2 characters.
That would be interesting, yeah.
What else could we see? We could see class bands.
Yeah, class bands, definitely SP, like slower SP regen.
Yep.
Let's see here. Where did they mention?
Obviously, like the stat nerfs and the stat buffs on enemies.
So I think this is where they mentioned contingency contracts right here. Try to see if there's anything we can glean from the video footage.
But this opens like the floodgates, though, because this kind of gives us confirmation that they're willing to lean back into popular modes from Arknights, and so now we kind of have the question of like are we going to see any other fan favorite modes from Arknights being brought into Enfield? Perhaps like an IS equivalent.
I would love to see an IS equivalent make its way over.
Yeah, that would definitely help their playability like infinitely. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like because you played the alpha and the beta, or the beta 1 and beta 2, right?
Yes.
I feel like the mode that was the very first one that they didn't bring back for beta 2 seemed to be a bit more rewarding.
Yes, I believe that was. I mean, also to be fair, during the first beta, they did kind of just in the last week of it, they kind of just threw like basically 1,000 polls at us, just so we could get everyone. But I think for the first beta's roguelike, it was very bare bones. Obviously, like there was no like collectibles or anything. It was just like the orbs that would give you like stat buffs or like heal you, stuff like that. And like if you take different routes, you could go to like different nodes, different endings and stuff. So like that's definitely like very reminiscent of IS. So I think they're definitely planning something along those lines. We're just gonna have to like wait and see what they do to it, because the way it was back in the first beta definitely cannot be the final version. So
I will say,
we'll wait and see.
In terms of gacha and pulls and stuff, there's some serious competition. Like Mongil Stardive drops in 5 days now, I think, and they announced that there's going to be 562 event pickup banners for free just by completing the available content, and 112 standard 5-star banners with a 90 pity and no 50/50. So Infield is doing good for what's out there now, but it seems like the industry is kind of evolving towards more of that killing off 50/50 side of things for where we're seeing pulls. I'd really like to see more pulls as rewards come in too, or more currency in general. I think the new monthly pass that they mentioned here is going to help towards that. I still don't get why sanity usage permits are all of a sudden like such a big thing.
Yeah, I almost lost my shit, and just I don't understand.
Well, so I guess
where did that feedback come from? I haven't heard a single person talk about. Yeah, we really need more sanity usage permits.
Yeah, and the new pristine monthly pass tribute stacks on top of the original, but it gives you an extra 6,000 pool currency, an extra 1,200 sanity, and an extra 120 sanity boost or sanity usage permits. The other question is, how much will it cost, right? Because the current one's only $5. Does that mean we can pay $10 and get both, or is it going to be $10 on top of the 5? Will it be $15 a month now for both passes, or what's the monetization on that? I wonder.
Yeah, it's something we'll have to wait and see, though.
I definitely think it's a good idea to boost it, though. Like the extra 6,000 alone. I mean, that's an extra 10 pull just for. Well, that's more than a 10 pull because it's only 5,000 for a 10 pull. In
12 pulls, yeah. It's 12 pulls total.
Mm-hmm.
I just went and looked in the Enfield server, and they're also kind of confused about the usage permits.
Okay, so I'm gonna craft a theory here. They're probably going to open up, and this is of course unconfirmed, but they're probably going to open up how many times we're able to claim. Like I think they're gonna expand it past 2 claims, maybe up to 6, like they do in the original Arknights, and that's why we need the extra permits. They definitely seem like they're trying to take some of the grind out of, some of the manual grind out of getting character materials. I'm at the point now.
I think that was the original idea with the sanity permits in the first place. Something similar to Arknight's auto farming, where you just play the stage once and you can pick like up to 6 times to complete one stage run for 6 times the rewards, right?
Oh, I would have lost it if they also came in with, by the way, you can now borrow your friend's operators to see, fully built operators if you want to see how they perform at high level. I'd have lost it right there.
You want to try out my 4 stars?
Right.
If only we had operator borrowing.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I would.
All right.
One of the things about Arknights I really like is, especially with the multiplayer event that they got going on right now, the Icebreaker event, is that you can swap teams entirely.
Yeah, the team swap mode, yeah.
Which Ryan introduced me to without telling me we were doing it.
Oh, what'd I do?
When we were doing Icebreaker and you sent me all your units.
Oh yeah, I did a lineup exchange on you. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, do this, do this, and then he took all my characters.
You have to play with fun characters.
Mm-hmm. But it was culture shock because I didn't know. Like I'm so used to. I've got like my brute force strategy that I use on pretty much every level. I very rarely do small adjustments to my team, so I went from that to all new characters that I don't even own, and
yeah,
I was kind of sitting there like, oh crap.
It would have been evil if he gave you like all the summoners, all like the trap masters, just all the micromanagement operators.
It's funny that you should say that, because if he had done that, I would have performed better, because I use a lot of summon operators. My playstyle is very, very strange.
No, but I feel like using like trap masters and summoners not named Radiant or Ling for the first time is kind of a learning experience.
Well, Jessica Alter's amazing.
Oh, she's not really a summoner though. She kind of just puts a shield down.
Well, it was funny because I was talking to Ryan about making like a summoner only team, and at that point I was like, man, I wish there was like a defense summoner, and he was like, have you met Jessica Alter?
Oh, I guess technically it is her summon, but she can only use one of them at a time, right? So
it's a really good summon though. Like especially if you got
great. Yeah, especially with S3. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of summoners, do you think they'll ever introduce summoners to Enfield?
Oh yeah. It's just a matter of time.
I have a theory that so Amiya style, I think we're gonna get a administrator side class update where you can switch to a version of administrator where his skills are summoning turrets.
I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, because they did kind of show it to everyone doing the tutorial that admin can kind of just summon turrets. So.
As somebody who, believe it or not, just recently tried gear artificing too, I'm really excited about that bulk artificing option, as long as you can't OC it. I'd hate to burn, any type of gear over what's allowed. I guess, I mean, technically, I guess it's got a current lock of 6, right? 3 and 3.
Yeah, I mean, in the live stream, they did mention that for that bulk artificing, it would only go until you succeeded. So you don't have to worry about going over.
Yeah, see, that's gonna be good. That's a good quality of life change right there. I like the essence, the perfect match auto locks too.
Yeah.
That Neferith boss fight looked.
That Neferith boss fight was something, yeah. It looked something like it looked straight out of Monster Hunter or something. Like especially her final transformation when she fully turns into the dragon.
She was already a huge lady in her first form, but
yeah.
Then you bring that dragon in, dude.
I need to relook at what happened to that fucking bird. Show me the bird.
Which bird? You talking about, Lee?
Bird is the word. You.
You talking about Lee?
Yep. I gotta review what the heck happened with Bird.
Do we have any enemies in the game that currently inflict lift on us?
No. They all only do elemental inflictions so far.
Yeah, so Neferith is the first, it looks like.
It appears so, yeah. And I think it's really cool that they're introducing the fact that enemies can now inflict these kind of inflictions
Physical
onto your operators. Definitely leans more into the strategy aspect.
Which they should. I mean, that's where they've got. The thing is, and this is why I was interested in Mongil Stardive, because they mentioned that at higher difficulties, the boss characters that you're fighting and stuff, they're not just going to be basically steroid and HP pool. They're going to actually add new mechanics as you climb higher on the ranks.
Yeah.
And I think that's definitely a way to lean.
No, definitely, and I think that's also why I've played plenty of gachas. I think like Arknights is the only one I've actually truly stuck with, though, because for many of the bosses throughout like the events and the stories, they don't really lean into like HP inflation at all. Like the past few bosses have like all more or less had like within the same range of HP, right? Like they don't have like an absurdly high HP stat like the further you go. What they do introduce though is a lot of new mechanics for each boss. Like every boss you fight will be different, not in the sense that they're gonna have more HP per se, but in the fact that just overall the stuff that they do and the way that they combat your squad is vastly different from any other boss that you fight. So I think that's like the right way to go about designing bosses.
Oh yeah, I mean this is definitely proof that they are looking at things like that. Multiple phase bosses is a really cool concept too. It's something that we see a lot in Honkai Star Rail, where you'll get to like the last bar, they'll have 3 bars. And when you get to the last health bar, they'll transform or they'll go to another stage. So to see that kind of come in here with the Neferith too, where it's really pronounced is really cool.
I think he's a 3-phaser.
It looks like it, yeah.
Yeah.
Which would track, because like a lot of the bosses in Honkai Star Rail are of the same type. Usually there's 3 phases. But a lot of times the first 2 phases are the same, depending on which boss you're fighting there.
Yeah. I mean, Arknights is no stranger to multi-stage bosses.
Oh, yeah. They do it even in the original.
Like, exactly. There's plenty of multi-stage bosses in the original game.
Yeah, this is exciting. This has renewed just contingency contract alone has renewed my interest in pursuing the end game, because at the moment there wasn't really a lot to push forward on.
Yeah, I mean, as early as chapter 4, I mean, you already saw like Frost Nova had her second phase. So
speaking of Frost Nova, I wonder when we're getting her in Endfield.
Yeah, well, I guess she did have Eripathy. Yeah. Speaking of though, like, what do you reckon they're gonna do with contingency contract in Endfield? Do you think they're gonna introduce like past themes like the original contingency contracts do, as like the overall theme for the season of contingency contract, or
theming? Yeah, probably.
New, like introduce completely new enemies, completely new bosses, kind of like CC12 did.
Yeah, I expect so. It'd probably be a Valley 4 recap.
I tell you what would be really cool is if the rewards for contingency contract included potential upgrades like they do in Arknights.
I think they will. Like the fact that they're borrowing contingency contract from Arknights kind of already shows that they're not scared to go back to their roots. So
well, they should. I mean, it's that kind of game,
Yeah, I mean, like, it's literally a sequel, so.
Mm-hmm.
And continuity contract is not just like a player thing. Like it's an actual thing in the lore of Arknights as well. So, it's definitely something like that should exist, I would say, in Enfield.
I bring up. I've been bringing up Stardive quite a bit, and the reason why is because it's a game that's in the same vein. Because the original Mongil was released in Korea and it was really popular over there. I can't find any footage of that game even existing, but I know it did, right? But a lot of the concepts that they carried up to Stardive were from the original Mongil. And I think, Arknights does a lot of the same thing here with Enfield when you look at like things like the Dijon base management and things of that nature.
Yeah.
So I mean, I definitely think they need to lean into it.
Yeah, I mean, a vast majority of their systems, if not directly borrowed from Arknights, do have like heavy inspiration from like an Arknight system for sure. I mean, it's literally in the name, Arknights Enfield, right? Like, of course, you're gonna expect Arknights elements within the game, like not just in the gameplay, but also in the various systems that they have in place, right? So.
God, I'm excited for an IS. I really enjoy running IS.
Yeah, I think like, how long do you think we're gonna have to wait for an IS mode? Just a big question.
Integrated strategies. I think we gotta wait for maybe the 1 year Annie.
1 year Annie.
Yeah. I think they need to build up a wider array of content to pull from.
That is true.
Well, they also need more characters, right?
Yes,
and that's
for
gonna
sure.
be a big thing too.
It would be really cool if they had an IS in Enfield, maybe even the first one. Probably not though, but it would be really cool if they had an IS that kind of drew back to the original Arknights.
Oh yeah.
Maybe kind of like an IS explore like the alternative timelines around like what could have happened in different scenarios regarding the gate between Terra and Talos. Like what if the maybe one ending could be like, oh, like what if the gate never broke, right, during the Aglos War, right?
Yeah,
that's something that would be interesting.
I would definitely be game to see it. The other thing I'm thinking about here, we haven't seen the character from the very first intro mission who was controlling that giant sword monster yet either.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I saw her data my name at one point. It's Toth, I think.
I wonder if she's part of the whole Artashir faction.
We know she's been around since the first Agaloy War. In the Nexus files regarding the first Agaloy War, it shows a in-universe drawn art piece of that character leading the Agaloy.
Yeah.
I'd like to see.
So Enman knows her from then.
Well, Inman doesn't
theory
know anything
that she's
right
a
now.
Cyclops Sarkaz, but not much more than that.
What if it turned out that Whisadel was one of our enemies now? I mean, she's always kind of been,
Whisadel? Enemy?
Mm-hmm. I know, right?
I don't
Hard
think
to
so.
believe.
Well, maybe. It really depends. If Enman has returned to being like the Ghost of Babel, or if we have Priestess acting in behind the scenes as the quote-unquote founder of Enfield Industries,
which we theorize
then
is the case,
that would take Whisadel off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested to see kind of where they go with this. Because the sky's the limit. They've got a lot of material to draw from. They've got a lot of enemies that are established in the in-game lore and stuff that we haven't seen yet or heard from yet. It just seems kind of early for Nefereth to be taken out of the picture too.
I think with the Nefereth fight, I don't think we'll truly defeat her. I'm pretty sure she'll escape, and we're definitely gonna encounter her later.
How do you come back from an infection like that, though? One that transforms you to that substantial degree.
I don't think you do.
Yeah, but then again, like
so far we've had no cases of that happening.
Yeah,
I mean her transformation seems to be more like, I guess kind of similar to like Ron Yi, right? Where it's like aether based and not originium based, right?
Ron Yi, he didn't just.
He just
dematerialized.
I know, he just evaporated, but you know, that could also like, there's also like the, you know, we do need to like take into consideration the fact that Ron Yi was like way less experienced with aether control than Nefereth seemingly is, right? Because Nefereth seems like she's able to like control aether like to a pretty good extent. So, you know,
I mean,
there's
that's
definitely
a fair
a possibility.
point too.
There's definitely a possibility that she could have.
Update's going to be long.
She could have, like, you know, been experimenting with this kind of transformation for a while. Because again, we don't know how long Nefereth has, you know, exactly been doing this whole like aether stuff. You know, so
I have a feeling this main story update's going to actually be pretty chunky.
It would almost have to be given.
I mean,
there was a lot going on in there,
right? So
I feel like it's going to be longer than the Origin Load Spring Power Plateau set.
I think it definitely has to be. Like, we saw both Nefereth and Artisher, right, within the same version trailer. So
yeah, it's looking. Yeah, I mean, this is looking like it's going to be a major story expansion for sure. Which is good. I mean, that's what we need. Like, a lot of people, the biggest complaint was the fact that the last couple stories weren't really massively impactful in terms of what we were seeing. I'm also interested in understanding what they're doing with Lee, because one of the things they mentioned about Lee is that she has a unique personality. So I'm interested to see. And it looks like she uses arts units too.
yeah, from what we saw
for the Libery.
Yeah,
for Lee.
I posted a picture of that, a screenshot of that.
Yeah, I've got it pulled up on screen right now from the stream.
I mean, those definitely aren't hand cannons. Like, those are too big to be hand cannons. So
yeah, I don't know where the arts unit is there either.
I mean, yeah, that's true. It could just be an ability too.
Right now, it's kind of looking like to me she got divested out of what she was going to be. We might be looking at something new entirely here.
I mean, it could be a whole new class.
Yeah.
What is
I mean, I thought for sure they were going to introduce, like, you know, like gauntlets for Mifu, right?
Which they might
for
still.
her, I was thinking it was just going to be like Snowshine's like pile driver shield or Ember's pile driver gauntlet. Just one of those skill animation things.
Well,
yeah.
So that is, I just pulled it up just to see, and the scene they showed with Lee, she's standing on a blade, but I think it's a Landbreaker blade.
Yeah, it's not hers.
Yeah, so you don't see a floating arts unit, but then when she starts using her abilities in the trailer,
all of a sudden, a bunch of weapons just start popping up.
And the way she never pulls out an arts unit.
Yeah.
Here's the interesting thing. So I just froze framed here. When she's using those cannons, she actually brings her hand up and her
she's got
wrist is
that
glowing.
Wristlet thing, yeah.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's a gauntlet. I wonder if Verna's right and we're going to see gauntlets for Mifu and maybe for her as a secondary when she eventually releases.
I mean, we know Arknights when it comes to weapon design is quite like versatile, because you know a lot of like drawing back to the original Arknights, like because I think quite frankly it's fair to compare Arknights to Arknights, right? Because ultimately they draw from the same ideology, right? So in the original Arknights, you see like there's quite a few operators that you're introduced to that use guns, right? Or at least what appears to be guns, right? However, through lore we learned that only the Sancta are the ones that actually use what we can truly consider a gun in the real sense, while the other ones are more like just things like crossbows or bows and stuff that are just kind of disguised to appear as a gun, right?
Well, then
kind
you've
of like
got
Andriana's sniper rifle, right?
Jessica would be an exception to that, though.
Well, yeah. Although Jessica's guns are like a little different from the Sancta guns still.
Oh, for
Because
sure.
Sancta guns, they're there's wands at the end of the day, right? They're a catalyst for the Sancta's arts. So
yeah, it's interesting. They have a lot of room to grow in terms of like their operator types. They have a lot of room to grow in terms of the weapon types, especially with weapon banners, because they could just like make a brand new class with relative ease. So I think there's a lot of potential there for whatever they want to do and however they want to do it. I do think Arknights had a bit of an easier go of it just because they could, they had the classes and not necessarily the weapons, since you don't have a weapon banner in OG Arknights, so they can make a lot of unique weapon types and things of that nature. But I definitely think Endfield has the potential to be able to do the same thing, even though they've got weapon banners.
yeah, I mean, fair enough.
I'm curious about her now, because I thought for sure she was gonna wind up being like a 5-star for this version.
I don't think she can be now.
No, she clearly cannot. Given the abilities, even in the trailer, just the abilities they showcase, that's far beyond 5-star capability, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, that's railguns. Like,
I guess our question now becomes, do they plan, like, are they gonna plan on like releasing like a lot more 6-stars than any of the other rarities? Because that's the way it's
looking like it.
Yeah.
And none of the upcoming characters they showed for 1.3 looked like 5-star material either.
Yeah.
I would love to see welfare units make a return over here in Endfield 2. That is one of my favorite things about original Arknights.
Wolfguard felt like a good way to do that.
Yeah.
Like hey, you enter the region. The first guy they throw at you would be your aide and guide and whatnot. They're not the best characters, so they're your 5-star for the region.
Yeah.
Well, and see, that's why I thought Lee was going to be something similar, because
I thought that was Tong Tong for Wu Ling, but
well, I mean, and I could have seen Tong Tong before I got my hands on her being that way too. But once you see her kit, like it makes perfect sense that she's a 6-star and the damage she can output and everything she can do. But I do think we needed more support and more like entry level operators for Cryo, because a lot of Cryo is premium team right now.
Yeah. I feel like they're having a difficult time with it because from what I can see at least, it appears like the 6-stars are units that all kind of like introduce like a unique mechanic that kind of like only they can do, whereas like the 4-stars and 5-stars are like appear to be much more interchangeable, as in like they have usually like overlapping niches with other units, so realistically you could interchange them easier. But it seems like 6-stars like are really just like their own thing. Like it's really hard to like replace any 6-star with any other 6-star, right?
Well, and Arknights does a good job about that too, because you've got like they'll release characters that are a new type, like Matsukiri for Silver Ash Altar of being the same type, but you'll get kind of hands-on with Matsukiri and see how the playstyle works a little bit and get into mechanics. And even then, from what I've started using Matsukiri recently, but from what I understand about how he stacks up to Silver Ash, there are certain situations where he's actually a better choice than even Silver Ash. But I think Silver Ash has more utility because 6-stars and Arknights are generally like busted. So
I mean, well, yeah.
So I mean, I guess they're kind of following that trend still in terms of 6-stars, bringing the uniqueness and the flavor to gameplay, but it's the design philosophy seems a little different. I think it'd be hard to do welfare units too in Endfield because of how much dev time likely goes into these, which is another reason we're likely seeing all of these 6 stars, because they're the ones that are gonna, present the best ROI out of everything.
Exactly. I think an interesting thing though is this kind of goes all the way back to technical tests, though, like the alpha before even the first beta. But okay, so everyone, like, I always like to joke about, when are we getting fuel back, but this doesn't have to do with that. The interesting thing was in the technical test, actually, the Endman was the only true, like, 6-star unit in that version of the game. Everyone else, including like the 6 stars currently, were 5 stars or below. And then the Endman, being the only 6-star, had the ability to switch between 2 different skills, so that you could pick whether you want to use her first skill or her second skill for battle. Like, I'm not saying you could use both at once, but you got to choose which one you want to bring into battle, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think they've scrapped the idea from what we've seen already, but the fact that it was a thing at one point in time.
Yeah, I think
it says consumes the target's electrification to increase the damage multiplier of this battle skill and create up to 3 Sunder Blades. Up to 3 Sunder Blades. And channels nearby Sunder Blades to unleash thunder strikes on the target in sequence, dealing massive electric damage. So I don't understand the point of saying it consumes them in order to increase the multiplier of this own skill, when that's all it does.
You mean like they're making a special mention of it in particular?
It says consumes the electrification, right? And that's just to begin with. It has to consume electrification, right?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, there's nothing else in this skill that's even happening. To increase the damage multiplier of this battle skill and create up to 3 Sunder Blades. So you have to consume electrification to make these Sunder Blades, and then it channels the Sunder Blades to unleash thunder strikes at the target, dealing electric damage. So no matter what, to use a battle skill, you have to consume electrification.
Yeah.
So why does it even bother having a damage multiplier in there?
Perlica is going to be a absolute lock for her for sure.
Her combo skill scales off of the amount of electric inflictions.
Yep. Which is where Arc Light would come in, or maybe if you were going to go with Aviwina.
Perlica's the only one who can inflict electric infliction at all.
Arc Light can't put electric infliction?
I think her ultimate might. But she just combos off of electrification again, which again you require Perlica to do. All electric characters require Perlica to do jack shit.
Looking at the battle skill, consume the target's electrification, increase the damage multiplier, and create up to 3 Sunder Blades. So here's my theory. It's going to be... Her attacks are pretty AoE. I would assume what it's talking about here is it's taking electrification from multiple enemies in order to create those Sunder Blades to increase the damage multiplier. So it consumes the electrification from multiple enemies. You'd have to basically hit 3 enemies in order to get the max Sunder Blades. But that would put her more in the realm of crowd control.
I see what's going on here.
No, I mean, it's also in the trailer itself, though.
Persistent.
Yeah, in the trailer itself, though, we also saw that the electrification now stacks, so you can have multiple stacks of electrification.
Yeah. Also, whenever she hits, these swords are persistent and they keep attacking over time. They demonstrate Fang Yi getting this off like 4 times and having like 12 of these swords just constantly doing damage over time.
Yeah, I think I just saw that actually. Hold on, I'm back at the combo skill.
It doesn't.
Oh,
1,
yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Yeah.
9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah.
Yep. I saw that.
Wow. They need to give us more ways to make electric inflictions.
Yeah, we're gonna need more electric infliction appliers for sure.
And then they're persistent to keep making battle skill ramp up. So her battle skill ramps up the more she uses it.
Which is why it would be smart to have multiple SP batteries. So that's why they chose to go with a Lesh.
The battlefield text the battle skill text doesn't say it, but the narrator Rua just said that that if you don't have electrification, she just summons one of the swords.
I do like that the first casting of the battle skill, when in the Smiting Tempest state, does not consume SP or electrification too, and it's guaranteed to grant 3 or create 3 Sunderblades. So her ultimate is probably going to be a high spec skill in her kit.
Upon entering the Empyrean of Truth state.
Yep. Her basic attacks are enhanced. She's going to play like the electric version of Lavatane very closely, yeah.
Her battle skill is enhanced and applies... Oh, her own battle skill will apply electric infliction during this state.
With electric infliction, yeah. So her combo skill doesn't apply it, but her battle skill does.
Combo skill becomes an AoE with a faster cooldown.
I knew they were going to have to release Feng Yi because a lot of people are like, I don't want to say threatening, but they're stating that they're going to skip pretty much every single operator until Feng Yi to try to save up for her. So I knew they were going to have to do this. Now that I look, though, I do see electrification with the 2 icon on it here.
Yeah.
I wonder what the
did bump into it.
I wonder what the effects of multiple stacks of electrification will do.
I mean, there's probably just 2 routes that it goes. Either it just stacks and like actually, doubles the effect of it, or it's literally just like a double
extending
stack
the timer
for like Feng Yi to use. Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, because it does look like that. Let's see. I wonder if I think she can see. Yeah, she consumes it before you can see what happens, but you can see that the square has a timer that's counting down.
I mean, that's the normal. That's like the normal timer for all status or arts inflictions, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but what I'm curious on is what happens when it reaches 0 when it's multi-stacked.
Oh, okay.
I was curious if it went down to like 1 or if it just straight both stacks are 8.
A little bit of a coincidence, I suppose, but because she's a 35-day banner, it means she's going to flip over into the 1st of next month, which means paychecks be coming in.
Indeed. You do not need to go for a T5. You do not need it. I know you're going to, but you don't need it.
I don't know if I can, but
Oh, I know. They didn't. Curiously, they didn't show like what her glow looks like when she's at max potential either.
It's a mystery.
Yeah, you gotta unlock it to find out. P5 is a far off dream.
How are my electric characters looking right now? I know I did some work actually building them during 1.0.
I think all of mine are at level 40 right now, including Perlica.
Let's see. Avivena is level 80. She has partially artificed gear. I have 7 etches on her essence. Perlica, level 80, 7 etches on her essence, partially artificed. Where's Arclight? There you are. Level 80. 3, she doesn't have an essence yet. I'll be fixing that. Partially artificed.
Her roaming ultimate state is so freaking long, too.
And the way it reads, it looks like you should, after you go into this state, you should be able to just keep chaining Battle skill once. It was free the first time and does not consume electrification the first time. On that note, you want to make sure you enter the state with electrification on the target in order to optimize the effects here. So make sure target already is electrified. Go into ultimate. Battle skill once because it's fucking free, so do it. Battle skill again to actually consume the resources to make more of these things. Do a final strike to basic attack sequence to trigger the combo skill, which will electrify them. Do a battle skill again. It says it does rapid. Yeah, rapid combo skill cooldown. Not sure exactly how fast that is, but within the time frame of a battle skill like and a basic attack sequence. Yeah, between a battle skill and a basic attack sequence, that should be enough. I'm guessing that's going to be enough time to hit the combo skill again. So you're going to be chaining off those two facets really, really fast.
I believe in the live stream it said like 4 times faster cooldown, right?
Who? What?
Yeah.
I believe in the live stream it said for her it's going to be like during the ultimate it's going to be 4 times faster cooldown.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's going to be, I think, what it'll look like. Make sure get the Perlica electrification on them to begin with, or whatever you want to do to get that electrification set up. Ultimate battle skill combo, or battle skill auto attack, combo skill battle skill auto attack, combo skill, and so on. She looks like fun.
She does look like she has a very fun playstyle. I wonder, Verna, who would you recommend in terms of 4-star supports for her?
I mean, it's just Antal, right?
I mean, Antal's like obviously the lock, because his electrical and heat buff is just good. Period.
If you had to pick between Antal and Gilberta.
Gilberta's not a 4-star, of course, but
yeah, but
I know they feel like, I mean, they're not really used for the same thing. I understand the fact that obviously with her ultimate, Angelina can shred the enemy's resistances, right, to make them take more damage. I think like it ultimately just comes down to like I guess what you prefer. I guess if you're facing like a singular enemy, as in like it's just like for example like one boss, right? I think realistically Antal may be a better choice. Just the fact that he has like the team-wide buff and the fact that he can apply art susceptibility on the enemy as well with his mark, and also like with his combo skill, once he marks with his battle skill, he can inflict an additional stack of the elemental affliction that was applied to the boss, right, or like the enemy that has the mark. But if you're looking at more of like a crowd situation, then Antal's not great for crowds since his mark only applies to one enemy, and so in that case I think definitely Angelina would probably be better.
Antal will probably be the free to play squad, and Gilberta in the premium.
Yeah, I definitely think
how it usually goes.
Yeah, I definitely think Gilberta is. They kind of messed up, right? Because when they had announced her and stuff and showcased her a little bit, I didn't think she was going to be nearly as good as, Yvonne or Lavatane, but somehow she manages to find her way in more teams than literally any other character I own.
Yep.
She is an absolute staple.
She just works everywhere somehow.
Yeah, she's a miracle. Thank God they don't generally nerf characters, because she would definitely be on the chopping block.
I mean, between her and Fiala, it's like they're kind of like two universal units. Like you can basically kind of slot them to any team and they perform.
Oh yeah, the forced corrosion that applies defense shred is really good too. But at the same time, I mean, really, unless you're looking for some type of healing, I mean, I found Gilberta to be the better option in terms of her resistance lowering over corrosion. That is.
Yeah. No. I mean, but yeah. I mean, my point is not to compare which unit is better. My point is just saying that like between these two units, just you kind of just like realistically speaking, there is no bad team comp. Like there is no team comp where they are anti-synergistic, right? So
yeah,
they're kind of just like a universal unit. You can just slide them in anywhere,
Oh yeah. Well, and the fact that you prove that just by doing the 4-star only runs too. Like just by doing that, you prove that literally anything is viable as well. So because I can tell you now that if it was something like Honkai Star Rail or one of these other ones, there's no shot.
Yeah. With my 4-star runs, it's not so much that like anything is viable. It's like with the 4-star runs, you have to really like. I'm currently in the midst of editing the video for it, but there are a lot of things that you have to change about the overall playstyle. Like I still do play like regular teams, just so I have like a comparison to go off of, right? Like, it's not like I'm strictly 4-star only. Definitely for like my challenges, stuff. If I want to, have a challenge, then yes, I'll go 4-star only. But to get a baseline of kind of like what I'm comparing to, I will play like the other teams as well. And then I'll once I publish that video, I'll explain everything. But the playstyle is very different, and also the gearing that you have to do is also extremely different. Not to mention the weapons you give to the 4-stars usually are supportive, right? But in this case, two of my 4-stars are given like completely like off picks for like what you would usually use them for, right? So I think gearing in this game is like really really good because it lets you build units in a way that like maybe it wasn't intended for them to be used in this way, but if you gear them correctly with the correct gear and the correct weapon for it, then you can definitely make the unit kind of alternate what their function actually is. So
yeah, I think and I think it goes a lot to their design philosophy too. I think that carried over from the original Arknights.
Yeah,
that was definitely a thing that because I remember that's
keeping
part
all
of
characters relevant is a pretty important thing.
Yeah, that's pretty much how Ryan was able to convince me to give Arknights a real shot too, because I come from definitely like a Hoyo background and stuff like that in terms of like Honkai Star Rail, and I mean I struggle in most content to even use one of the best 4-star healers in the game to, I mean he's B tier at best. I don't even think any of my teams contain 4-stars if I can avoid it. I typically will sub out for 5 stars pretty much across the board. 5-star being the max rarity over there, but I mean, there's obviously uses for them. Like in early game, they can fill a role until you get something
a better replacement.
Yeah. So, but Arknights isn't like that. I was able to build out, thanks to like your videos, and I think I watched Kyosten's videos. I was watching Echogen's videos, and thanks to all the videos that I saw that you all were putting out, I was actually able to make a lot of like lower rarity units work for me in Arknights a lot easier than just about any other game I think I've ever played.
Yeah, and I mean one thing even with the original Arknights, even though they don't have like a traditional gearing or weapon system, obviously, right? You just pull the unit and you get the unit, right? Like there's nothing else to it. There's no gear, nothing. With the introduction of modules, they did definitely introduce like different playstyles. I think like a good example of it, for example, is like Spectre Alter, where her 2 modules basically, her first module kind of lets her function as like kind of just like a standalone unit, right, where she can kind of just be a good doll keeper, and even after she returns, she gets her SP refunded, and so you can get her skill cycle going much faster, right? Whereas her second module lets her synergize, like it lets her synergize way more with like the Abyssal Hunters, right? And so then you can use her as more of like a supportive option for the Abyssal Hunter team.
Yeah. See, so we're getting. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. So I was just saying, like, even without like the gear system, this is like kind of like just the philosophy that we're going with.
Speaking of gear, I did find out how important that is when I was building out Rossi. I forgot to put gear on her, and I was like, man, why does she suck? Then I figured it out.
Huge ratio.
Yeah, it's massive. It's like exercising without dieting. If you're trying to play without gear, or dieting without exercise, like you got to have both. So
yeah, exactly.
Speaking of gear, we've got 2 new Bone Crusher gear pieces coming, 2 new Frontiers, and 3 new Swordmancer. I wonder if those pieces will use the new material or if those will be the old material.
I'm pretty sure they will.
It's going to be all new material.
All of the ones we got for 1.1 used the new material, so.
And then it looks like we've got 7 pieces coming for the Kingbo gear pack, and we've got 3 for the Sheer and Flow gear pack.
Yeah.
My theory is that Sheer and Flow is going to likely be... I think those 2 are new
gear packs.
Yeah, they're entirely new gear sets. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Sheer and Flow is likely, and this is just, of course, me guesstimating, obviously, but I'm pretty sure Sheer and Flow is likely going to be what applies specifically to Feng Yi. So they'll likely be
It's great to see them implementing new gear sets, though.
Yeah, I just wish when they did it, they didn't continuously have to upgrade the materials that I've already gained 45,000 of.
Yeah, it's they definitely make it a point that you did not need to collect like a million freaking. You did not need to collect 58,000 Cuprium components.
I mean, you kind of do though if you're looking to artifice a lot of that armor.
But I mean, even if you do that, you're only doing that for 2 characters with the Cuprium components. At most, even then, you're not doing that because they don't give you enough artificing catalysts to do that. But
One of my favorite events in Honkai Star Rail, they have a new event that they introduced, I guess, back with like 3.8, maybe 3.7, sometime in there. It was right around the patch they did there towards the end of the Amphoria saga. But they had this event where you could go in and earn all top tier gear at plus 15 across the board and basically get an entire set for a character that was double S ranked or higher. I would really like to see an event like that pop up here where you can target farm a specific character's gear set and just keep re-rolling it until, well, I mean, I know that stats aren't randomized, but you could keep going until you get a fully artifice set, because I think one of the big things that it's not that I didn't understand, but there wasn't, a challenge in the game good enough for me to warrant spending additional time upgrading, especially when they're introducing these new gear sets. There wasn't enough of a challenge in the game to sit there and be like, okay, I'm going to artifice every single character on this team's armor for me, right?
Yeah.
I think it would be really good if they did an event like that where you could unlock fully artificed, a full set of artificed armor, even if it's not quite... Because obviously you mix and match. You've got an off-piece generally, except in the case of like Yvonne, I think. But I think it'd be really good if there was an event where they could get a set of fully artificed gear into the hands of a player just to see the differential. Because then people understand the value in artificing and putting in the effort to get gear artificed a lot more than just telling them, hey, this is going to increase, your intellect stat by an additional 50, or this is going to increase your super regen by another 3%. Because on paper, people see those kinds of numbers and they're like, well, that's kind of not really worth it. And then when you actually get it, it's a pretty substantial difference.
I think, good point. I think actually, with that, I think the timing of contingency contract might actually also kind of do the job for that, because especially for those aiming for higher risks in contingency contract, I think they're definitely going to realize that, artificing, especially like once you actually get like decent, like artificing values going, it's definitely going to show like a big difference in the overall, output of your operators.
Oh, 100%, yeah. Because once you introduce the challenge that requires a lot more specking. I mean, it's going to be a natural like rising tide, so to speak, in terms of pushing players towards using the mechanics to the best of their abilities, including the artificing system and enhancing the enhancement system for the weapons essence and everything like that as well. So I think you're right. I think it will go a long way, but I also know that people are frequent, especially gacha players. A lot of gacha players are looking for a free lunch, you know. At least the general audience. So if you give them something that's going to showcase kind of the value of something, it will push them to invest more.
Yeah. I mean, I think also one thing from the original Arknights, I guess, that kind of did that for you was obviously the friend support unit. If you have a friend that obviously built a unit fully and you get to, borrow them for a stage or for a fight and like kind of experience what like, a fully built unit is like, you'll definitely be able to see the difference. The other thing is also in integrated strategies, you have the option to get temporary recruitments, right? Where for that run alone, you are basically given a unit that's fully upgraded, right? And so then you can fully experience that operator's kit.
And I think that's a great feature too. I completely agree with you there.
Yeah, and even in like the most recent like new, I guess, game mode that they introduced, Rebuilding Mandate. It was also like much of the same. Like you could build units that you didn't have. Like it goes based off your operator collection, obviously. But even if you didn't have that operator upgraded in your actual account, in Rebuilding Mandate, you could, still get that operator maxed out with the Rebuilding Mandate, materials for that mode specifically. And so even for the operators you have, then you get to experience them at like their full power.
It did take me a minute to figure out that you could buy operators you didn't have, but if you didn't put them on the borrowed list, the 4 borrowed characters that you could actually take, they wouldn't show up. I spent many times going through like, where is this operator?
Oh, I didn't get to use that feature.
Oh yeah. Well, but there's something similar. Like they just introduced, Honkai just introduced a mode, probably their best in-game mode ever, called Currency Wars. I'm a huge fan of Currency Wars. I love it. It's so much fun. But you don't have to have a unit to actually use the unit in the mode. It's kind of like a card game. You basically go through and draw the characters, but even if you don't have them, you can play them and use them. The only unfortunate part about it is it's not a true indication of how good or bad a character actually is, because you could basically have 9-10 characters if you want, 4 in the main area, and then you've got a back row of supports. So really it boosts their performance well beyond what it should be, so that every character is kind of viable in some form or another if you build right, you put the right equipment on them and all that. But it's nice to be able to pull out a character and then kind of get a feel for their play style. Maybe not their actual damage numbers, but see how they affect enemies, see how their attacks stack into a team, what kind of team comp you could build around them, all that kind of stuff. I really like modes that put even units you don't own in your hands, because then you have something to shoot for when a rerun does inevitably happen.
Yeah.
Something like what's about to happen here in Arknights with the Reconvener rerun event that we're getting.
Yeah, that's I wonder if they're not showing it, but Snowshine is rate up 5-star.
It could be. I think they only showed the 6s, right?
6.
So
yeah. They said it's going to have special rules, but they didn't actually say what the special rules are.
Yeah,
they're being kind of tight-lipped.
Yeah, you bring that up actually, and that kind of reminds me of. Rain would also know this mode, but also Trials for Navigators, because your initial playthrough of each individual stage for Trials for Navigators, you're going to use your own operators, but after you finish like the harder modes in each stage for Trials for Navigators, then you unlock kind of like, I guess, like template squads, where the game kind of picks like 3 to 4 units, I would say, for you to have included in your squad. And those are like, fully built units, and then like they'll also give like a squad bonus for using that. And so it kind of incentivizes you to use, I guess, operator combinations you probably never tried before.
Yeah, I love those kinds of modes that really force you out of your comfort zone. And like that's another thing I like about I was talking about earlier, how in Icebreaker Ryan pushed his team on me, and that was a neat experience because it really pushed me out of my comfort zone to try characters that I'd never even considered pulling. I think it's important to give those types of experiences.
Yeah.
We already have
we should run an Icebreaker sometime then.
Oh yeah.
We already have the 3 attributes for essence farming for both weapons, Lone Barge and Flickers in the Mist. We have it's will boost, attack boost, and suppression for Lone Barge, and it's will boost, electric damage boost, and efficacy for Flickers in the Mist.
Yeah.
So we can already pre-farm that.
Which I think is good, yeah.
I can hear Ryan typing everything up right now for IV.
Oh, I'm typing all sorts of things.
Make sure you claim it on the board.
I already did that. Also, I talked to Wabzi already. He's surrendering Chuangfang Yi.
What'd you do, threaten him?
Oh.
No. I was just like, hey, you want it? I know you didn't get one last update, but just so you know, I want it.
I don't want to undersell this. It's very important to me. Yeah, I'm interested in reading what you come up with too, in terms of, because I know that's what you're probably going to be doing when you get time to sit down and actually thoroughly comb through her kit and where to farm everything. So I'm interested in reading that as well and seeing what you come up with in terms of team comps.
Yep. So far, the only uncertainty is what the secondary stat is.
I'm 90% sure it's going to be intellect.
That would make sense, like lore-wise as well.
Yeah, they tend to, like, Tong Tong's intellect being so low really plays into her character as well.
Yeah. Meanwhile, this chick is a scientist as well.
That was so funny. They have the exact same intellect stat.
I'm really surprised. Okay. I'm still mentally under the assumption that Chuangfang Yi is actually a sweet proxy herself.
She could turn out the
I'm sure it could be. Her horns are very reminiscent of Sweet siblings. So
yeah, she has the advanced aged lone look like the rest of the sweet proxies do.
And the fact that like she also like in like the animations that we see of her, she kind of like also appears to like be able to like kind of use the greatsword as like to like cast some form of her arts as well. That kind of like also reminds me of like Dusk from the original Arknights, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Dusk, Nyan, and Ling all do it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I wonder if it would list her race as Farenmoot.
No.
I guess we'll see once we get our operator files.
Oh, that's a good question. What will they really list her race as?
Yeah.
That's I think it just has classified in Arknights for all of them.
Yeah, Arknights does that a lot, yeah.
But they straight said that one of the new characters is a Farenmoot, so that means they're not afraid. Yeah, that surprised
me. I didn't expect to get a future version spoiler drop of, oh, by the way, this is a Farenmoot proxy.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because I'm imagining how things kind of look to people who don't know a lot about Arknights and are coming into this like, what the hell's a Farenmoot?
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't. There's no lore tabs about what Farenmoot are in this game yet.
Yeah. One thing I think we kind of glossed over as well is like, what do you think? What do you guys suspect like the 2 operator combat event's going to be about? And also like, what teams do you guys think you'll be running for that one?
For which event? What?
There's a event.
They teased like the 2 operator combat event in this live stream.
Yep.
2 operator combat event?
Yep.
Yeah.
2 operator combat event.
Somehow missed that. Which one's the 2 operator combat event?
They announced it like right after contingency contract, I believe.
Actually, I've got the stream playing in the background. And I think it's probably I'm at Umbral Monument right now, but it's probably coming up here in a minute. But yeah, so they mentioned that there's going to be a the two operator combat event. So that's going to kind of put a bit of a pin in things too. Given that we're used to 4-person team synergies, I should say. So I don't know. I mean, obviously Gilbert is a lock on pretty much any team.
Assault.
Yeah, I think it depends, right? What are we talking about? HP swell? Like, what are we looking at? Are they adjusting HP pools for 2 units? I can tell you now that one of the teams I'm considering for a two-person event would be Yvonne and Tong Tong.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Tong Tong and either her or Last Right would be good. Perlica, Chuang Fang Yi.
Yep, obviously that's a lock. Maybe
if you want to use
Lavatane.
Chuang Fang Yi, you have to use Perlica. It's not an option.
Lavatane Wolfguard. Probably another.
I think mine's kind of forced to be like Estella Fluorite.
Yeah. Oh man, that's gonna be kind of rough though, because Estella, she doesn't do a whole heap of damage.
Yeah, but the payoff on her physical, the payoff on her like physical combo skill, like every time I get that off, that's like, ooh, yeah, that's like good.
I know of two female content creators that are gonna be head over heels for that vampire sarcasm.
One of them was Ebby, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I could have. I already knew.
You know, when I saw him in the trailer, I don't know why. This kind of just like in my head, it just kind of flashed by as like incognito Artisher.
I mean, he's got that look.
He has the hairstyle of Artisher.
Yeah. It's literally just.
That's why some people thought he would be Artisher, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
evidently it's not him, but
he's gonna be a sword wielder or a spear wielder too.
Yeah, pole arm with the wings. He's gonna be I think he's Vanguard.
He's gonna end up being a Vanguard unit.
I think he's gonna be Vanguard.
Let's see here. Where's it at? I know that we had. Where is the reveal? I think it was towards the back end of the stream.
Yeah. Speaking of, what do you guys think his element will be, or do you think Enfield will look into like introducing more elements than we currently have?
What is there to really add? Nature isn't even developed yet.
Yeah, nature is in like.
I mean, nature seems to be more like the supportive element right now. Let's be real.
It really shouldn't be though, right? Like it should.
I mean, if we look at the units in it, right? You have like Angelina, you have Aya, you have Fluorite.
That's it.
Yeah, they're all like supportive in nature.
Yeah, Gilberta specifically is. I mean, Gilberta and Ardelia are both just simply broad support characters.
You know what's interesting here is he's got a crown.
Yeah, that was why everyone thought he would be a Sancta.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is he's almost like a Sancta vampire.
That would be a cool concept, though.
No, I think he's a pureblood vampire.
Husband of Warfarin.
Yeah.
They're going with a lot more winged characters, too, it looks like. Considering the Farenmoot is also winged. Her design is so good, dude.
Well, I'm seeing some responses that because Trong Fungi is a solo banner for next update, that they're gonna change their mind on not pulling for Rossi.
Yeah. Do you think
good? Rossi is good.
Yeah. It got me thinking though, like, you know, since like we're getting like all these representation of like, you know, more sarcasm as well. You know, do you think they're do you think each Sarkaz sub-race Lord of Fiends will also be like relevant in Talos too?
Well, Lord of Fiends isn't a thing anymore, right? Teresa kind of
she cut that.
deleted that part of the connection.
But the Civilite Eterna could still make a appearance in some form, I would think.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to eventually.
I mean, we did get a very, like brief glimpse of Amiya during like the launch trailer, right? So
it was it was featured very early on in the game too.
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
One of the very brief glimpses of memory that Enmin had during that little tutorial area.
What if the Enmin is the son? The prodigal son?
Nah. Enmin is going to be a reconvener or otherwise some kind of derivative of Doctor. There's just no way around it.
Male Enmin maybe, but I still maintain that female Enmin could easily be related to Priestess in some form.
I think Priestess is actually still alive and around. Right now, what Priestess is doing, she is allowing the Doctor to debate her right now, to prove or to conceptualize for her what the future of survival can look like, not in Originium. And I think it's going to lead to, and she's also having Tirda sort of replicate the experience of being a chosen savior, basically, because that's what she thinks Amiya is to Doctor. And I think between these two things, there's a possibility Priestess is going to change her mind about dooming everybody. And she's going to end up becoming a member of Rhodes Island. Ugh.
You don't like that concept?
No, but I can see it very well in the stars that they want to make every villain woman a freaking character now.
Looking at the new Fahrenmoot character, her horns do look a little bit different from Fang Yi's.
Oh, all their horns look mildly different.
Yeah.
I'm still interested in knowing what Mifu's horns mean too, because I don't know, unless they're decorative.
I feel like they were saying something in the future version, because they were talking. I think she actually is a Sarkaz now. I don't know how.
Yeah,
she's not of a Sarkaz subrace we've ever known of.
Yeah, I mean, brand new.
I think the dialogue in the Qingbo storyline though, where they called her the Sarkaz girl. Also, I mean, if you
initially
recall
thought
the
that
first
was
time,
just a prejudice,
yeah. I mean, a lot of people initially thought she was like a Chilean, kind of like lazy, right?
Yeah,
of some
because
kind.
Kirina have multiple forms.
I think one thing we need to keep in mind though with that line from the Qingbo Stockade, is that they're kind of like not afraid of using the characters to like kind of like misguide. And what I mean by that is like the first time we went to the Originium Science Park and then Colin misidentified us as an Aegir, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this could be like something similar where he just misidentifies her just because they saw like the horns, right?
Yep.
Although
defining characteristics aren't necessarily indicative of race just on first appearance. Yeah.
Although to counter my own point, it's like we do also know Mifu at some point was part of Qingbo Stockade, but then again we don't know if that particular member of Qingbo Stockade was there during Mifu's time, right? So
I mean, I gotta hand it to him. Her art is really good too. Mifu as a character has not been one that's necessarily interested me in terms of like adding to my roster. Like even now,
if she ends up, because of what's going on with Chuang Fang Yi, and I'm gonna get her, I'm gonna build her. If Mifu is an electric defender and she happens to somehow apply electric infliction on her combo skill, It's just happening.
I would say it's probably a pretty good chance. I just looking at the art too, I almost wonder if the Farenmoot character isn't a nature.
I'm thinking she's
operator.
nature too because of her what's kind of splash art going on there.
God, she is adorable. I love that character design. I don't know what it's reminding me of, but she is adorable.
People are already calling her the new Shu.
Yes, I mean, well, she does have a bit of naturally, a bit of an appearance like Shu, but no, her outfit reminds me of another character from an anime that I've seen that I can't quite put my finger on at the moment. It's like on the tip of my tongue, and I can't, just like the dress that she's wearing, I can't quite vocalize it. It'll hit me like in a few hours. I'll be sitting there and I'll be like, it was Eureka 7 or whatever it actually is from. Oh, it is Eureka 7. I think the main character from Eureka 7.
The pink hair girl? Or no, she's cyan hair. The other one is pink.
Yep, the blue and white hair. I'm trying to remember her name. It's
Eureka.
What was that movie with the escape room where they go to, or with the panic room where they go into the panic room? It's Panic Room. Yes, Eureka. That's exactly who I'm talking about. Oh, I'm an idiot.
Like how you just speak your thoughts into existence.
I know. I can't quite vocalize it, then I managed to vocalize it perfectly.
Who's the main girl character of Eureka?
But like she's even got, if you look, like she's got the squares and everything. Which
What's
I think
that main boy's name in Naruto again?
I'm losing my otaku card today, you guys. It's happening. To be fair, I'm running on like 2.5 hours of sleep. So, to be fair.
Amiya kind of looks like the poster child of the Arknights app.
I know, right? They look so similarly. Then there was they made a game about that guy that they have in Fortnite, the one with the green armor and the 117 on his armor. They actually gave him his own game because of how popular he was in Fortnite.
Oh god.
Angering entire fan bases. Just a couple comments at a time. But yeah, no, her design reminds me a lot of Eureka in terms of like the outfit. But I really like her design. Like but I like the vampire dude too. And just the splash art for Mifu is great.
I'm trying to tell if they're trying to suggest that that's going to be a triple operator update.
I wonder if that's what they're going to do. I wonder if they're going to start doing it that way. I wonder if they're going to end up going triple banner, double banner, single banner, triple banner, double banner, single banner. But it's weird because if they do one operator, what are they doing about the rotation? Are they rotating out Tong Tong and
yeah, I guess we're just getting a weird little
you know what,
for the double week of Trong Tong.
Actually
subrate up on Tong Tong. And...
I think if they do go through with that though, then I think the single banner updates are going to be when they do the reruns of the previous limiteds.
Yeah. That would be the room to do that.
Well, actually, no. I mean, the other option is that they extend out Rossi and Tong Tong's Xperi, and they let all three run through this version, and then when the first one of the next three here comes out, then they bump Tong Tong, and then they just continue the 3 cycle. It could be buying them time to do that. If they extend out Rossi and... I mean, they may just be moving away from... Maybe they are doing the 3-2-1 with the one having the reruns. That would be smart, but you would expect something like that.
To do it.
Yeah, you would expect something like that to come more... If you're going by traditional gacha, to come more towards the tail end of the actual version, like 1.x, you know?
Yeah, but, I mean, I think one thing, though, like, I know it's not kind of comparable at the moment, since, you know, obviously Enfield's not even half a year old at this point, and Arknights is over 6 years old, but,
True.
You know, Arknights, you know, has 4 limited banners yearly, right? And every limited banner, they also rerun the previous operators that were, you know, in that same time slot for the limited, right?
Yeah, I think they say, what,
So,
6 months to a year or something like that before you see reruns?
in Arcanines, it's a year, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think that's
you only see them in the same time slot banner. So like if they re-render, like if their initial run was during the anniversary, you'll only see them rerun on anniversary banners. If they were on the half anniversary, you'll only see them on the half anniversary banners.
Yeah, because they do quarterly banners
yes.
like that, which is interesting. It's definitely taken some getting used to, because I want Exercise Alter, but I am going to have to wait until the 0.75 anniversary.
Yeah.
Update in theory this year, which would be what, November-ish?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, so sometime towards the end of the year, which is good because I'm literally about to blow everything on Silver Ash Altar banner.
Yep, me too.
To get Whis and, if I get lucky, Lappy, but I wasn't even pulling for Silver Ash initially or Praminix, but I mean, hey, you know what? I'll take it. Like, both of them are apparently really good, going to be really good. So I'm actually looking forward to Silver Ash now too, since I got to see kind of a showcase of his abilities. And
do you have Inez yet?
Yeah,
Inez is how you do the 0 DP deployment trick with Silver Ash Altar.
Wait a minute. Which operator were we talking about? Inez, you said?
Yeah. Inez, Vanguard Agent, 6-star.
Inez on skill 3, her first deployment costs 0 DP, and Silver Ash Altar's third skill, the way it works is he exchanges the DP costs of the lowest and most expensive operators. So if you have like your 26 DP Ulpianus and a 0 DP Inez, it would swap those two, so you can have a 0 DP Ulpianus to deploy.
Yeah. The reason being for that, though, is because Inez's first deployment with S3 is not actually her, it's her Sentinel.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think I have her.
Oh.
Yeah.
You
can still do something similar. Slightly lower end with
just bring like a robot or something. 3 cost.
Yeah, robot.
Yeah.
A 3-cost robot.
About that.
Just get my 3
You have robots
down, you know.
I have like 2 robots.
They work.
Yeah.
Actually, who is it? I just got a 1-star the other day for the April Fool's event too.
Eureka, you official, yeah.
Yep.
Hodor's favorite VTuber. I mean, what?
Pissing off his wife Inez every time she sees new merch for that girl come on their door.
I know, one-eyed assassin, eh?
Let's see.
I wonder who that one-eyed assassin could possibly be.
She has to share her freaking bed with a freaking Dakimakura of you official.
Dude, I love that the community just ran with that. It's such a fun community joke.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pull through here. Let's see here. Oh, no, I do have Enos. I don't know what I'm talking about. For some reason, I thought... I don't think I've ever used her skill 3, but you're talking about Solitary Return. Yep. Yeah. I see it here. I always use skill 2.
Usually that's what we use.
Useful, yeah, more useful. But skill 3 has its like uses.
Yeah.
How good is her module? I need to know. Like, first redeployment time reduced by 35%. That could be pretty useful. Yeah, so basically for that, all I would need to do is switch over to skill 3, and then boom, 0 deployment for whoever I have.
Yeah, let me just put down my 0 DP Juggernaut real quick.
Ulpianus was one of those characters that needed somebody else paired with him, though, right?
No, he's perfectly functional on his own. He just becomes better if you pair him with Gladia.
Yeah. Oh, well, I got Gladia, too, because she's a welfare unit.
Yeah.
I feel like there was somebody that you told me, Ryan, that I had to ensure that I had somebody else for him. I don't remember which character it was.
I might have said that for several.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, but there was one in specific that I'm confusing Ulpianus with, then, where you're like, this operator is really only good if you have this other operator.
Blaze Altar with you.
Yes.
Yes, that was it. That was it. I have Blaze Altar, but I don't have you.
which is tragic because Blaze Alter's not even used best pairing.
Blaze Alter's been pretty good in Icebreaker. I've been having to crutch
she's
her.
a good unit. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying she's a bad unit by any like stretch, but all I'm saying is like she relies heavily on you to draw out her full potential. But the sad part is she's not the best pairing for you.
Who is the best pairing for you?
Generally speaking, it's operators like Lapland Altar. Just the fact that you have a global burn is kind of crazy.
Lapland's completely broken, which I think if I remember right, when I was first getting started, Ryan loaned me his Lappy Altar in that first stream in December, and I didn't really think too much of her at that point. And then I think it was months later, I was running IS6, and I ended up getting a loaner operator, and it was Lappy Altar, and she just literally ate everything. Like, Weiss was kind of sitting there bored because she had nothing to kill. Meanwhile, Lappy is just eliminating everything in existence.
Yeah, I mean, who would have thought an operator that can, kind of just DPS everything, like, on the map.
Universal.
Would be broken.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm like, I have to pull Weiss this event. I know I do. And if I don't pull her, well, I'm gonna obviously get the 300 credits and buy, but...
Yeah, it's like you have to pull Weiss, otherwise that next April Fool's skin is not going to be useful.
Oh, 100%. And we don't know when she's coming back, but we know it's not within, like, the next year. Because China hasn't had a rerun of her yet, so...
Yeah. But no, you got to get her just for the skin. Like,
oh,
just
yeah,
for that skin.
April Fool's skin is beautiful. Beautiful.
Overash is getting one of those, too.
What? Is he really?
Yeah. I think it's just the guard Silverash getting it, but...
When are they releasing it?
It's the April Fool skins?
Is he getting another one? Yeah, when is he getting another... Is it going to be next April Fool's he's getting one, or like when are...
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah, we're waiting a whole ass year for those skins.
Are they gonna... Is that just a new thing now? They're just going to do those skins every year now?
I'm guessing they'll rerun from now on.
Yeah.
I mean, it would make sense considering that just the Weisadel skin propelled them to the top of the sales charts. But I wouldn't blame them. They're kind of like, oh, so all we have to do is just troll and brain rot. Cool, let's do it. Like,
I mean, I don't think that's what they would do though, because otherwise Frost Nova would be a unit. Like, let's be real.
What if they did? What if they released Frost Nova as a unit next year and she's like a 1-star and everybody's all mad?
Hey guys, yeah, so remember the Destiny collab we announced like years ago at this point? Yeah,
Please, God, no.
like like the ghosts in Destiny that can like, bring people back from the dead.
Here's an arts unit ghost.
Yeah, exactly. Here's like we did some stuff with Frost Nova with that mechanic, Here you go.
We got a warlock character and some artificer.
And Patriot too. Y'all want a Patriot? We're releasing them next year.
Oh God.
Patriot we cannot get as a reconvener.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he did die of a rip at the Teresa purged all the sarcasm from the Originium universe from that point and prior.
Damn you, Teresa. Taking away all my dreams and hopes. Oh, boy. All right, well, we veered off topic. Here. But I think all in all, like, what are your final thoughts on 1.2, gents? I'm pretty excited for it. I think Fang Yi is going to be great. And the story looks like it's going to be really good. The boss fight looks like it's going to be really good. Like, this has definitely got me back into a Arknights Endfield grindy mood, so
yeah.
I think the AIC event is kind of I want to see what these new formulas or new recipes we'll be getting for the event are. They didn't showcase what that is. But for the most part, it just looks like it's just an added on reward for just doing it normally.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. Are you, as somebody who is really big into building, are you excited about the changes coming to the AIC? Like the new updates and stuff?
I am already wondering where I'm going to find the space.
Well, you're getting a whole new AIC. Or a whole new
PAC, yeah.
PAC, yeah.
Yeah, we're getting a new sub-pack area, but I'm looking at it, I'm like, where do?
I kind of just revamped my entire. I mean, between 1.0 and 1.1, I literally just revamped my entire ruling base. So
yeah, I just did a complete teardown and rebuild myself.
I did as well.
Because nothing carried over.
I got Ryan on the mic and was like, "Hey, you got 2 hours. Let's get this done."
You still need to update from Cuprium component construction to other stuff.
Yeah, I still haven't done that. That's a good point. Well, I mean, it's was generating those components for a while, but now that I'm at 40,000 or 48,000 or whatever it is, and turns out there's going to be a new material. Yeah.
Okay, so this operator progression booster. Batteries.
That's just, like I said, it's just a refund. I think it's going to be an interesting thing.
It looks like it's a permanent thing.
Ooh.
It says it's available after the release, and it doesn't say it has an endpoint.
Even better.
I mean, it's kind of like back when they did like the final skin voucher for if you have the skins for like an Ultra unit. I think it was Texas Ultra one, where for like a period after that, whenever you raised units to like Elite 1, Elite 2, you would get like a rebate on like materials.
Yeah,
I think was that Avenged 2 niche, and I'm the only one that remembers it.
I started in December in my defense, but
okay, I mean, yeah, you definitely didn't see it then, but I don't know if Rain remembers it.
Rebates are always a good idea in general, but I mean, really, and I agree with what you said, Verna. I think the big issue is if you're going to give rebates anyways, why not just reduce the original cost? Like, cut the cost in general.
That's what I don't understand. Like, why make it cost 16 so you can give me 8 back, like as a consistent thing?
I mean, in the original,
make it cost 8.
I mean, in Arknights, that was like just a temporary event, though. So
yeah, if this is a permanent event, maybe it's just a stopgap until they can. Because sometimes what you need, especially if it's embedded in the code heavily, sometimes what you need is a little bit of time to revamp everything.
Yeah, for sure.
As an engineer, that's just my opinion, but
I think that's also why they introduced like that temporary unlimited power, right? So.
Yep, I agree. I think so as well. But I mean, the other thing is, if they force you to pay 16, that means you have to grind 16 ahead of time, even if they're giving you 8 back. That's going to translate directly into putting more hours into the game, so it could be something to extend gameplay or game time metrics as well, and game player investment. Again, though, I think overall the goodwill you gain from just reducing the overall cost in general is far outstriping any type of return. But I am happy to see, even if it's a temporary thing, I am happy to see a return coming in some form, because there is a lot of character cost investment required to, especially now that a lot of people who have primarily focused on cryo and heat, which were the two main categories, now have to go back and make an investment into electric teams to bring them up to snuff, especially with mono electric being seemingly viable with Fang Yi. So
yeah, this is why you should just go niche knights.
Yeah, exactly. Just focus on 4 stars, you know what I mean?
I mean, not even if niche knights literally just includes anything, like whether it's 4-star only or if it's like male knights only. Like anything of the nature where you're like, self-imposing a restriction on yourself,
I'm shocked that Ryan isn't already level 90 across the board with every character. The fact that he was even
like impossible.
The fact that he was even like
really expensive.
Oh, I guarantee it. But he plays the game religiously. I
don't miss a single daily task.
I've kept this game in maintenance mode for a little bit. Like, I log on, I do my stuff, and immediately switch, because I'm still playing catch up on Honkai. I'm still playing catch up on Wuthering Waves. I just reached Cedrica's story in Wuthering Waves, and I was all the way back at Mornier when I started. So that was back with like the first version of this patch, of this overall version, first patch of this version, that is. So I had a lot of catch up to do in like some of these other games. So it's definitely been a situation where I was kind of like, okay, not a lot going on in Infield, not a ton to grind for. I'll log on and do my dailies and then just kind of do other stuff. But every time I've looked, Ryan's been online, I'm constantly getting clues from him and everything else. So I figured he was going to have level 90 everything somehow.
Yeah, it's not possible.
Oh, it's possible.
Well, I could have done level 90 everything, but I would have been sacrificing other areas of building.
Yeah. I was going to say, it's entirely possible. Expensive, but possible. Because you would have to, because I think you can convert Oberol.
It takes too many T credits, takes too many
those would not be
advanced cognitive carriers.
I'll be real.
Yeah.
At this point in time, so.
I've actually stopped at level 80 for most of the characters I have been building. I'm like half characters at level 80 right now. The other half are level 40 or 60.
I've been focusing DPS units as 90. And that's where I'm focusing my artificing and upgrading artifacts and stuff like that too. So, or essences. I don't know. I play so many games, dude. I get the terms all mixed up. But yeah. All right. Well, great stream, guys. I think we can call it from here for today. So we can. Half of us can go take a nap. Ryan, you've got some stuff going on today, so. Yeah. Shout out to everybody who joined us, stopped by, viewed the stream. I will be kind of cutting the front end off and re-uploading at some point for everybody, and I'll be sending out collab invites and everything like I did last time. So hopefully I can be a bit more consistent in getting that done. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining us, and we'll catch you in the next episode.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys.